everybody from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
You see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Move dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, County Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
Publicists, when you talk to your publicists, you know the first thing they tell you? What? Stay away from religion, stay away from politics. Okay. You know why? No matter what the you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you. Absolutely. No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, then you're saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they choosing something different. Your political party, the Democrat, Republican, the disagreement completely. Yep. So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go, and I have nothing to say. I'm just the same way we are. Well, no politics, none of this. I'll with that. I don't stay there because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that? Right. I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing. Right. Not just a selective few amount of people. I focus on diversity because it's needed. Right.
The boxing scholar is a lover, not a fighter, but he's also a fighter, so don't get any ideas. If he pats you on the back, you'll put it in your resume. His enemy. Have him listed as an emergency contact. The scholar has an inside joke with complete strangers. If he punched you in the face, you'd have to fight the urge not to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He's the only man alive to is parallel park. A train is count to infinity twice. In Genesis, when God said, "Let there be light," the scholars said, "Say pretty please." He is the genius of all genius and master of all masters.
And that's the trick to life. You have to be wise enough to know when you were living in your dream. And you have to be humble enough to accept when you're in someone else's.
Yo, the Boxing Scholar's on.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
I couldn't hear nothing for a while. That's crazy work. They after me. The man is after me, brothers. What's good, brothers? What's good, brothers? Yo, shout out to APN. APN be making the beats. Look, oh, I'm gonna put on APN the beat today. That's how we're doing it. I'm gonna do this one right there. So, Pittsburgh T, what's good, brother? What's good, Pittsburgh T? You know, Red Pill T, aka Red Pill T, aka, you know what I mean? Hard on women. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pittsburgh T. Shout out to APN. Without further ado, man, I wanted to get right into this because I seen this earlier and I was gonna do a whole episode on this. First, let me get y'all thoughts on Michael Jackson. What does Michael Jackson rank?
What do you mean we rank?
Is he the greatest artist of all time?
I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. There's a lot of great artists. He has a combination of everything. He has stage presence. He has the discography. And then he has the voice. So he's got a lot, man. He got a lot going for him. There ain't many guys that it's always, as an artist, you always missing something. You ain't got the discography, but you got the stage presence. You got the you either got the stage presence or you ain't got the voice, and you ain't got the discography. So, but he's got this complete package, like James Brown. This is a complete package.
Man, he's the best, bro. It ain't even close. He the best. Man, he got stuff to criticize. Problem is, most people remember him in his later years, and they rank him out behind that. That's all they remember. But remember, he started as a kid in the group. He kept pushing, and he wrote a lot of songs. He just the best.
So, I mean, they discredit Drake for having ghostwriters. Do you think R. Kelly writing for Michael Jackson makes R. Kelly better than Michael Jackson?
No. Singing is different than hip hop, man. As a singer, most songwriters don't write their own songs. As a rapper, we automatically thought all rappers was writing their songs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing as a rapper, like Dr. Dre tells you, like, hey, he lets you, Puff Daddy, Dr. Dre, like, yo, I don't write my own lyrics. So that's obvious. They tell you that. But for as a rapper, and there's nothing wrong if you like Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane wrote for Biz Markie. That's fine. The problem comes when you're claiming you're the best rapper, getting rhymes wrote for you. And it's not just, I'm not picking on Dre, it's anybody in hip hop. If you claim, oh, I'm the best, I'm this and that, but you're getting rhymes wrote for you, that is when the problem starts. But a lot of people got ghostwriters in hip hop.
Well, okay, remember he was a megastar too. See, the thing that put him at the top is he was a megastar. They literally used to have ambulances go to like him do signings, people falling out and shit. You know, like he just, and that was international. It wasn't just America. He was really probably one of the first ones that used to be able to go across the water and pack out the stadium and sell it out. Never really seen that before.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Michael Jackson is overrated. I know. That's like that's not a popular thing to say because Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson, but he overrated, man. Like, and listen, you talking to somebody that loved Michael Jackson, that loved the game. That was my era when Michael Jackson was at his peak. But like, I feel like the fact that Michael Jackson passed away, that they're gonna make Michael Jackson untouchable. But if we being honest, I think that there's better artists. I think if Michael Jackson did a versus R. Kelly, I think R. Kelly, he might win.
No, bro. Like when we saying the best, what you talking about? Just music preference, or you talking about the actual artists? What are we talking about? What we define as being the best?
I mean, everything. It's the complete package, like All Positive said. Like, some people got good voices, they can't perform good. Some people got good stage presence and don't have good voices. You know, a good example of this, Omarion versus Mario. When he did a versus Mario, he clearly has the more hits than Mario, right? But Mario just outperformed him. Stage presence, he has a better voice. Same thing, no different than Tank versus Tyrese. Did y'all see that? Tank versus Tyrese versus.
I looked at a few things though, but I'm like, I don't look at these verses. I don't like these verses, man. These guys on stage disrespecting each other, man. Yeah. I turned it off. I can deal with it.
What? Yeah, so the verses was too negative for you?
I don't look at it. Like, it's just like the whole thing with it's like there are no rules in these verses. These verses, a lot of them don't make sense. Like the whole Locks versus Dipset. I mean, I personally don't listen to Dipset, never have. But the Locks ain't got no hits. The Locks spent the whole verses performing everybody else's songs. Them weren't their songs. I mean, it's like it's no rules. Like, I mean, if you think I'm making this up, name 5 Locks hits right now. No, name 3.
They don't exist. They don't exist.
They don't exist. All them songs with other people's songs. All About the Benjamins. That's a pop song. Reservoir Dogs, that's Jay-Z. Last Days, that's Biggie. Mariah Carey joint, the Fantasy. That's Mariah Carey. Like all they hits is other people's songs. So like what is the criteria? Like when someone brought up, there's like a Dog Pound can't beat Outkast in the verses. I'm like, well, if you're going by the rules that the Locks did, all they got to do is perform Tupac songs. All the songs they did with Tupac and Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? So there's no criteria in this thing, man.
Well, I mean, for Michael Jackson not to be the best, you'd have to have somebody that meet all that criteria at a higher level, and on that level is like a mega star. We don't have that.
Yeah. Mike is the
so I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the reason why I want to do today's episode is because Gilly made a clip a while back and he talked about how Chris Brown was better than Michael Jackson. And I'm not going to lie to you. Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of our time. It just is what it is. You know how you know an artist has reached that level, like a R. Kelly or Michael Jackson? They've reached that level whenever nobody wants to criticize them. Like they do bad stuff and people still justify what they did. Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. Rihanna's beloved. They love Rihanna. They still justified it. Chris Brown is the one dude that could do whatever he wants to do. He talk about dark-skinned women. He talk about light-skinned women. He talk about everything. They still lining up to take pictures with him, paying $1,000. Chris Brown is the dude that could do no wrong. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. If we talking about hits, Michael Jackson got more than, but like I said, he had Quincy Jones. Like Chris Brown ain't had no Quincy Jones. You know what I mean? He had people like R. Kelly writing records for him. Like, it's just, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think Chris might got it, Michael. Just being honest.
Oh, man, what? He ain't no mega star like Michael Jackson. No. Bro, that's so far away. That's like, you can't even compare them two, bro. They're not even nowhere remotely close to being the same era. Chris Brown is a great artist. He's not Michael Jackson by a long shot.
Chris Brown is social media big. There's a difference in like, because you're big in an era where cameras are everywhere. Michael was big in an era where there was no cameras everywhere. And he still managed to be the biggest guy in the world. It's like everybody can be you can get famous off going viral with one thing make you famous. Like Mike was famous in an era that everybody didn't have video cameras everywhere.
But think about what you're saying. You're saying that most definitely Michael Jackson is more famous because the disadvantage of cameras accessibility that he had. What the hell?
It's not even famous like discography stage show. Chris Brown does have a good stage show too. But discography stage show.
I was about to say Chris Brown is doing $1,000 picture takes. Chris Brown, I don't know if you seen that video that was going around, but it was Chris Brown kissing on that married woman. Did y'all see that?
I didn't click on it.
I seen that. Yeah. I seen what they was talking about. But remember, Skylar, that's all in America. Michael Jackson used to fly to other countries and sell them shits out like nothing. Like as soon as they put the tickets out, them shits was sold. It was gone. Like it was just an insane thing.
He has a voice, he has a stage presence, and Chris Brown has a pretty decent discography, but his discography is not touching Michael Jackson's. It's not even close. You gotta think Michael Jackson goes back to the Jackson 5 as well. That's in the 60s. Jackson 5 made classic albums, man. Then you got the Jackson 5. Then they went on when they was teenagers, they made hits. Then
Chris Brown even made some recent songs. When's his last time Chris Brown had a hit like that? Like he ain't even got no recent stuff going on.
Pittsburgh to you tripping. Chris Brown just did a whole challenge and had everybody dancing to it.
No, I'm saying, does he have a hit? I ain't talking about no social media crap. Does he have a hit?
It was his song. What you mean? The song? It was his song that they did a TikTok to.
Man, listen, I'm just gonna say Chris Brown got some hits. But it ain't nowhere in the realm of Michael Jackson. When he was going, it was like every other year he was pumping them out for a span of about 30 years. So like, and he was on top. It wasn't him just repeating the same old songs. Everybody knew all his hits. Everybody. So nah, that ain't the same thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Pittsburgh T. I think you and All Positive might be a little bit old. And I might be a little bit biased. You know, I think Chris Brown definitely got I think he got Michael. I'm just being honest with you. Like, because when they said that, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, nah, can't nobody touch Michael. I'm like, why can't nobody touch Michael? And I just really started thinking about it. I'm like, man, Chris Brown, he's still relevant. Michael Jackson wasn't relevant around his age. I mean, as far as making new songs, like Michael Jackson, like was still releasing music and it wasn't doing as well as it did whenever he was a mega star. These are just facts. And then we talk about dancing. Listen,
That ain't true.
Michael Jackson can't mess with Chris Brown at dancing.
Skylar, you know that Michael Jackson was putting out songs as a star by himself for about a good 15, 20 year span, bro. For a long time.
And then he fell off. And it was no longer.
Yeah, but Chris Brown ain't putting out no songs for no 15, 20 years as a star on every charted record, on every chart that you can get on.
Michael Jackson
he's not doing that,
real
bro.
records.
Stop it, bro.
Mike sold real records. Chris Brown sold some
records counting.
Chris Brown is in his streaming era, man. Chris Brown sold real records too, but it ain't the same, man. Mike sold real records.
Got biased.
Chris Brown, so Chris Brown can fly in any country. So Chris Brown can fly in any country and just sell out? No, he can't, bro.
Yes, he absolutely can.
No, he cannot, bro. He cannot, bro. Not on that level. It never happened, bro.
Man,
you ain't never seen nobody do that, bro. I mean, the only one that you got right now that can remotely do it, and he's not even the same genre right now, is Kanye. He's the only one that can do that stuff right now on that level. That's the only guy that can go all over the world and sell out all over the place. And he doing rap. He not even doing pop and R&B. He not even doing that. He's the only person that can do that. Jay-Z can't even do what Kanye doing right now. He the only guy that can do that. He can compare with Michael Jackson right now.
They're messing with the mic again. My bad. I was gonna say, nah, man, you tripping. You tripping, bro. Jay-Z. So you think Jay-Z selling out more than Chris Brown? Listen, y'all just buy it. Let me ask y'all this. Who a better dancer? Let me ask you this. Hold on, T. Who a better dancer?
Right. What depends on what part of Michael Jackson you talking about. When he got older,
any Michael Jackson versus any version of Chris Brown.
But you different. Chris Brown copied a lot of Mike's moves, so how can
because he
y'all just talking, boy, y'all just be talking.
Okay, so if they start off clean and Chris Brown ain't taking the moves that he got, they're Michael Jackson's moves, bro. Like
Michael Jackson copied moves. He didn't make up the moonwalk. What y'all talking about?
I agree with that. But Mike took that and he added his own stuff to what James Brown was doing. He took what James Brown was doing.
Chris Brown took what he did and took it to another level. You can still make
he didn't copy
as far as performing. I don't know if Chris Brown, like, if you talk in their primes, because I be telling people, look, y'all only know the coked out version of Bobby Brown. But Bobby Brown in the 80s.
Man, if you don't stop. If you don't stop. I know where you go with this. I don't like it.
You wasn't born yet. When Bobby Brown was the top, you got to think Bobby Brown released Don't Be Cruel in 87 or 88.
Man.
That was, he toured off that one album for 3 years straight.
Man, we not gonna do no Bobby Brown. I know you're boy.
It's like trying to convince someone that we saw Roy Jones in his prime. Now convince someone that's 20 years old Roy Jones was the baddest dude in boxing. And they only saw him get knocked out.
We not finna do that, man. We not finna
you understand what I'm saying?
We not finna do Bobby Brown versus Chris Brown. You understand what I'm saying, though, right? Bobby Brown is not messing with no Chris Brown, bro.
Nah, look, Bobby Brown.
We not doing my prerogative, brother.
Bobby had no equals when he was in the 80s. Like I say, Bobby toured off one album for 3 years straight. When he released Don't Be Cruel, he was touring off the album for 3 straight years. One album. Albums today don't even last a month. He was touring off one album for 3. Same with Thriller. Thriller came out in 82. Mike was still touring off Thriller in 1985. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Thriller, you know Michael Jackson was the first one to really have his own merch, really, man. Where people were running around with them Thriller jackets like that all over the world. That didn't exist before that, bro.
So it's funny
that
you
never
say that
happened.
Because I remember being in elementary school, and this white dude named Robbie, he had like 3 different colors of the beat it jacket. He had one of the Thriller joints. the jacket, the leather joint. He had like 3 different colors of the beaded jacket with the with the silver on the shoulder. He had like a brown, a black, and a red. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking Robbie's parents must have been balling. I'm like, this is like 83, 84, man. But Robbie had 3 different colors of that, man.
Tell me you compromise without telling me you compromise. Bro. You over here talking about, see, y'all fans. See, y'all can't see past. Y'all can't see past Michael Jackson because y'all super fans.
No, we was there, Scholar. He's the only, like, Jerry Curls got popular because of him. Everybody was running around.
Man, he wasn't the first one with a Jerry Curl.
No, I didn't say he was the first one. It got popular because of him. The jacket that he had, they had that jacket and they had knockoffs. You seen people all through the hood, through Hollywood, everywhere wearing them damn jackets, bro. Like, you never really seen no shit like that before, bro. That never existed. When the people follow people like that, bro. Like, the wave of that dude was just unreal. To be around for that time, nah, man. And we had the radio. He was hogging the radio. Michael Jackson came out with some shit. That shit was playing, bro. And that wasn't no.
That's because he had the machine behind it.
Nah, it wasn't a machine. Because he look, back then, I'm gonna tell you something, Scholar. See, for people who don't know, teenage girls used to call into the radio show and they used to request the songs. They was requesting the Michael Jackson songs like at a crazy clip. I didn't give a damn where you was at in America. Nah, that wasn't no bots back then. Those were real people.
That was paid actors.
But the machine can't make people go and buy your records. Now they can fake.
Why they can't?
They can't. Ain't nobody look. People
they can go. They can fake buys.
You got to think. Minimum wage was $3 an hour back then. An album was like $8. So you had to work 2.
No, but you can fake buys. The record company could have just bought.
The minimum was like in the early days, minimum was about $3 an hour. And albums were like $7, whatever, $8, $7 for a tape. So you had to work 2 hours, 3 hours to buy one tape. No one's working 3 hours and putting their hard-earned money to buy a tape that they don't like, that people force them to like.
What if the record label just bought it to bump up the numbers?
No, everybody in my area had Thriller.
Yeah, they had a real tape.
Everybody, I had a tape. My mom bought me the tape. Well, she bought it herself, and I confiscated it. Elementary school. We had the vinyl in the crib, and they actually had 8 tracks of Thriller. What was I doing at the time? They were still producing 8 tracks at the time. But yeah, everybody had Thriller, man. Like you knew someone, every house, at least one out of every house, every other person you knew, a household had a Thriller album or tape in the house. Everybody had it back then,
man.
And you couldn't fake that.
So the next question I was gonna have, I ain't even gotta ask it no more. I was gonna ask, are y'all going to see the new movie? Y'all already fans. Y'all already got y'all tickets.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see it definitely. Yeah, that's a must see. Yeah. Yeah. Prince too. When they do Prince, I'm gonna see Prince too. Prince another one.
I love Prince, man. I like Prince. As I got older, I started liking Prince more than Mike as I got older because Prince made more mature music.
Yeah.
I like them both though. Yeah. I don't want to put them against each other. I like them both.
You said you started liking Prince
more as I got older. I like Prince music more because Prince. I was young when Mike. I was listening to Mike, but Prince. I didn't understand what his music was about. Like Darling Nikki and all that stuff. I didn't know that was explicit music. My mom really didn't want me listening to that. I didn't know why, but a lot of that stuff was explicit. I understood it more when I got older.
Prince was something. And remember we had that movie too with Apollonia. Yeah, that movie was raw. Man, that movie was on a motorcycle with the black, with all black on leather, with Apollonia, like man.
84. I didn't go to see that. I went to go see Breaking.
I went to the movies and saw that. We went to the movies and saw that.
I didn't
that was serious.
I went with my cousin to see Breaking in 84. Breaking, I went to go see Ghostbusters.
Breaking, I saw Breaking too, yep.
Yeah, Ghostbusters was at the same theater in my city as Purple Rain. It was at the Buccaneer on Arlington. They had Purple Rain and my mom took me to see me and my cousins. We went to go see Ghostbusters there, but we didn't see Purple Rain. I didn't want to see Purple Rain. No.
Man, look, Chris Brown definitely better than Prince. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, man.
No, man. Not even close. It's not even close. No, first of all, they don't even do the same thing. They don't even do the same thing. But Prince by himself, Prince wrote. First of all, Prince played so many instruments. It's not even funny.
Bro, why they always do that, bro? Why would we bring up? There they go. There they go. That's they one. Every time we bring up musicians, they got to talk about that Prince played the flute.
He's a musician.
Nobody gives a damn
bro.
about Prince being able to play the flute.
He's not. He's a musician. He is.
Prince got a good stage. Prince got a stage presence.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah,
bro. Prince had a. Bro, Prince rode that borderline gay swag that women tend to like.
He was not gay,
Prince, bro. If
Nobody
you don't
was
stop,
talking about the man was.
Prince,
Listen,
bro.
when he was
Prince is
around,
on stage dancing with men,
gay, bro. So what?
And letting them, but he's backing it up on these men on stage. These videos are resurfacing.
Nah, man, y'all,
bro. Prince got a song called "Jack You Off." Now, I want to know, because I got two Prince fans up here. How you jack a woman off?
So, when nobody run around back then talking about Prince was whatever y'all want to quantify. Look, Prince didn't have no man purse on. Prince wasn't running around like
Prince was wearing mascara with the ass cut out of his pants. Prince, we not finna do this,
on
bro.
the stage. Okay, so was he performing on stage or was he walking around in the streets with a purse on? He was on stage doing these things, right?
Oh, because he did it on stage, it's okay.
Right, he's performing. That's what performers do.
You need to dig into Prince discography, man, before you make that
Prince
claim.
was raw, man. You
like Chris Brown ain't touching Michael Jackson.
I see what you just did there. I see what you just did. You try to save Pittsburgh T from this gay angle that Prince was on.
Touching that. No, nobody hollering that, bro.
Man. Prince
no. Hold up, APN. Hold up, APN. Let's not distract. Hold up. Do you think Prince was living an alternative life, brother?
No. Prince had a lot of women.
That's a telltale sign that a person is not playing for the home team.
Nah,
man, if y'all don't stop.
Magic Johnson gave
Odell Beckham got a lot of women. We all know Odell Beckham gave.
I'm pretty sure one of Prince's guys would have came out by now.
Yeah, nobody ever came out and said that.
How many of Richard Pryor's guys came out?
Well, Richard Pryor told on himself. He told on
himself. I know, exactly. He told on himself. Nobody else came out, though. Nobody else came out. Nobody else came out, but nobody came out and said anything about him. He basically told on himself. So that's the point that I'm making.
It's a lot of if you're talking about stars, like people that
in that era,
musicians, stars,
but it's not. But in that era too, because you gotta remember, he wasn't in like this fishbowl by itself. It was a bunch of dudes that was running around looking like that.
You got
that's what they look.
Man, you know what really get me about the older generation? They'll look at the youth and be like, man, back in my day. And then when we bring up back in their day, the Dennis Rodmans and the Princes, it was just entertainment. Can't make this up.
Dennis Rodman probably both. No, Dennis Rodman different because he definitely swung on both sides. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
He's a flamer.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Yeah, that's definitely that's clear and evident. That's not the same thing as Prince. Remember, Prince traveled with a whole nother band that they looked just like he looked from where they came from, and they all looked the same. A whole nother band that they was battling. That's that look from where they came from.
And then you have like even the jazz stars, man. You talking about like as far as musician, it goes bigger than Michael Jackson and Prince because Miles Davis was a superstar. Miles Davis, man, like this dude was selling out shows just playing a trumpet on stage. You know what I'm saying? He had a cult following doing that. Miles Davis was a star. This dude had so much money. He made so much money. He was buying sports cars like shoes.
Well, Herbie Hancock too. You can say that about. Well, you can say that about Herbie Hancock too if you want to do that.
Herbie Hancock he played piano for Miles back in the day. He was playing piano for Miles.
Yeah, he did it too. Like they all linked together. It's the whole same tree.
Yeah,
Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, who came out to Herbie Coltrane, all of them. They all linked together.
Yep, all linked together. The jazz, you got to think at one point, jazz was the biggest. Jazz was the next to rock and roll. Jazz was the biggest music in America at one point.
Yep.
Those are the two biggest genres in America.
Yeah, them dudes, rock stars. Before they had rock stars, they had them dudes. And those dudes was all funny, looking and dressing and whatever you want to call it. That's what they was doing back then. And they wasn't singing, they wasn't doing nothing. They was playing music on instruments. And one instrument at that. Most of them. Just playing that one instrument really, really good. But nah, man, but Prince is just different, man. And you got to think, like, the other thing about Michael Jackson and Prince, their business acumen was on a high level, man. All the shit they did on the business level was just on a whole different level, man. These youngsters their brain don't even comprehend that kind of stuff. The ownership that they had and the rights that they had. Then they spirit off into getting other people's stuff. Like, nah, man, that cast is just, it's not the same, man. They was mad with Michael for the Beatles, for him buying up all the Beatles catalog.
Yeah.
They never got over that. Because he took advantage of one of these.
Paul McCartney is being cheap about it. He should have put the money up for his own music if he wanted it. Mike just outbid him. That was his fault.
Got it. Never got over that. They never got over that crap. They was mad as hell about Michael Jackson for having the Beatles out.
This Michael Jackson response to y'all saying that Chris Brown ain't messing with him. So let me ask y'all this: so since both of them are untouchable, what happened when you put the untouchable against the untouchable? What happened when you put Prince and Mike up against each other? Who win that?
Well,
so fun to do it. They're not playing the same kind of music.
It don't matter. You got to pick an artist. An artist is an artist. Don't matter.
Nah, they're not doing the same kind of stuff.
See, you got to pick. You can't be indecisive.
You know how Chris Brown charges $1,200 a picture, and he has the long lines, and everybody all the time. Mike couldn't charge $1,200 a picture because if he did that, probably half the stadium would have showed up to take pictures, man. See, he couldn't do that. You know, like people wanted just to be in a room. You ever hear that? You ever hear that story about he put it out recently in the video. Steve Harvey told a story about how he took Michael Jackson to church with him. Yo, you got to see that, man. That's hilarious, man. But
no, I didn't see that. That's recent.
Man, it came out like 2 weeks ago, last week or 2 weeks ago. But man, they did an animation of it. He's telling a story about when Mike was going through that case, and he took him to church, and he told the preacher, he's like Mike wants to come to church. Told his preacher, and he told him, like, don't tell anybody. He said he shows up to the church. There's people from out of the country at the church. Like when they show up Sunday, it's like they got the streets blocked off and everybody's out there because Michael Jackson showing up to church. Like Chris Brown does not have that effect, man.
Man, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, man.
And I like Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown's dope, but
I think he's dope. He just ain't Michael Jackson. Yeah, he's just not Michael Jackson though. He's dope.
But I like how y'all did that. I like how y'all dodged that. I like how y'all dodged that. The back of my day speech. But okay, who better? Back in the day, Chris Brown. Excuse me, because y'all say Chris Brown can't touch him. Let's do the untouchables. Michael Jackson versus Prince. Who's better? That's simple.
What you're talking about. If you're talking about
that's simple.
But both of them, they're basically equals. They're almost equals.
Prince ain't no such thing.
I think. Well, Michael Jackson got him because he would be more of an international star than Prince.
Yeah, he
Prince
was.
Didn't get known until his later years internationally. Like they didn't know Prince was well known in America. They didn't know him internationally until his later years. Michael Jackson was instantly an international star when he was an adult because he started off in that group with his brothers and his sisters. That was his start was from the beginning.
Like,
you know,
it's like Run DMC versus Public Enemy. Like Run DMC was a safe version. Like you could play Run DMC for anybody, everybody, and white people love Public Enemy too. But Run DMC was safe. Public Enemy scared white America. they scared. They was afraid of them. It's like Prince. Like Prince wasn't safe. Mike was safer than Prince. You can play Mike on TV.
Man, knock it out. Prince was a freaky 69 guy. He rode, bro. Him and Michael Jackson both were feminine as hell. Let's be honest. They were feminine as hell. They rode that. They like to cheat that line because they realized that when you cheated that line, you get more eyes on you. Like when Young Thug would never just come out and say he was. Everybody was looking at the spectacle of him behaving like it to wonder if he actually was that. And that sells. And Prince rode that wave. Prince, yeah, he made beats and stuff. The beats never came out, allegedly that he made for Jay-Z. And he plays instruments, but that's not impressive to me. Like, we live in an era where I can get AI to make me a beat with every instrument included. Like, that's not.
You can't get an artist.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Pittsburgh T. Who more known, James Brown or Boosie Collins?
James Brown. Yeah,
Boosie Collins could play his ass off. Boosie Collins had to play for James Brown. That's how that goes. Don't nobody give a damn about the.
James Brown played piano. James Brown plays the instruments too.
You're missing the point I'm making, though.
But remember when Prince came out, sexuality wasn't a thing that was talked about on that level. That's why, like, all of our parents told us if we were kids, don't listen to that. If you was a teenager or whatever, your parents was running you away from that. Like, we grew up in an era where they had the whole they put ratings on music. That came along during our era when they started rating music under 18 and all that stuff. So that wasn't, and in most of these states back then, especially when you go into the lower South half, those were all Bible states. So first of all, some of that music you couldn't even really get a lot of it. If they carried it, they didn't carry a lot of it. If they played it on the music, they played it at a certain time of the night. So it just was different. For him to do that with music, it kind of put him in the space where he wasn't going to get a lot of play. It's not possible back then. Like right now, you could do that music and you can get played everywhere. Back then, nah, you wouldn't get played on the radio. Radio wasn't going to play you. You weren't going to be on VH1. You weren't going to be on, what was the other one? What was the the two music shows they had with the videos?
MTV.
You're going to get on none of that stuff. MTV, yeah, you won't get on none of that stuff with that kind of music. So, like, that's why he was more, when he first came out, he was not as known because of the type of music that he was doing. Sexuality was not a thing that people talked about in music. Even though everybody was doing it, that wasn't something that people celebrated or they wanted to hear, and they blocked all that shit. They blocked it, or they tried to go out of their way to lower the volume on that shit. Where now everybody can't get out their way of telling you their sexuality. That's not some shit they were talking about in the 90s.
So Little Richard wasn't gay?
Oh, definitely.
He didn't talk about it. He didn't talk about it in the music though. Yeah, but his hits wasn't behind that though.
You know Tutti Frutti the lyrics was Tutti Frutti good booty. You know that, right?
I know that, but that's a dumbed down version of it. That's a dumbed down version of it though, Scholar.
The song,
one of many hits.
Wop Babaloo Bop or Bop Damn Dude was Tutti Frutti good booty. That was the lyrics of the song.
I don't think those were the lyrics, brother.
No, that was the lyrics. He said that's the lyrics that he wrote, but then the record labels knew that they wouldn't mess with it because he was alternative.
I know the song, but I don't remember them lyrics. And I like Little Richard. I like Long Tall Sally is my favorite Little Richard song. And you know, I was introduced to that because
that boy. Look, all positive. I don't ever want to hear no back in the day speech from you or Pittsburgh T again. The lyrics to that song was Tutti Frutti, good booty. Like, that is hilarious to me. Tutti Frutti, good booty.
It's a lot of gay artists that we like their music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just ain't came out of the closet yet. But a lot of gay artists, we listen to their music.
Luther was gay.
Yeah, I didn't know one of my favorite singer of the 90s. I didn't find out he was gay till he passed away in 2001.
Who was that?
I was reading the Sister Magazine on lead singer Kenny Green from Intro. I didn't know he was gay all those years. That's one of my favorite albums.
What's the other dude name that Ray J, that Danny Boy? I
didn't know Danny Boy was gay till the internet era.
Yeah, until he started exposing people that was gay. Yeah, man, it's a lot. That stuff happened.
It's a whole lot of man. I don't hold it against anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like you know. I tell you, a dude I just discovered this year, and only because he's been online with his antics, but some dude named Duran Bernard. I don't know if you heard of him. I just heard of him this year, man. But I'm like, dude makes some great music, man. But you'll never catch me sing. I like his music, but I'm not gonna be singing his lyrics. But he makes some very dope music.
I want to say this all positive. Michael Jackson movie, I won't be going to see it because I'm tired of these remakes. They'll never make another version that was better than Flex Washington.
It's not a remake. It's like I tell you the
I'm positive they got like 5 movies of Michael Jackson.
No. It's not it's not really a remake. It's just a different perspective on Michael Jackson. Like it's hard. You can't make a remake of a movie about a person's life.
It's a money grab.
It's their life. It's like the Titanic. There's like 8-9 different versions of the Titanic movie, but people only know about the James Cameron version, the most famous version in '97. There's like 8 different versions of the Titanic. I mean, A Night to Remember was the most popular one before that, like the 50s version. But it's just like the American Dream was that was about the whole family. That just wasn't about Michael Jackson. But this one's about. I understand it's like you had the Flex movie and other movies and whatnot, but
we're not going to skip past that. Flex Washington was the greatest version of Michael Jackson.
I try to act like that one don't exist. I try to act like that movie don't exist.
Man, that was a great performance. That man deserved an Oscar for that. That was a great performance. Flex Washington.
The same way with Ali movie. There's so many different versions of Ali. The movies of Ali, man, his life story. It's like I know 2 different television versions. Like I just told you, didn't know about Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard played Ali in a television movie.
What do you say? George Foreman, what's going on with you, man? Why you want to knock people out, man?
Now actually, his version was only covered up to when he fought Sonny Liston. It was based on the King of the World book, and then there was I forgot the guy's name. It was another version with a guy with Antonio Fargas. He played Elijah Muhammad. I forgot the lead actor that played Ali in that movie. And then you got the Will Smith version, and you got the version Ali played himself in the greatest. So there's so many different versions, man. So many different versions of Ali.
I will not be going to go see this version of Michael because, in all honesty, I don't want it. I mean, what they going to tell us about Michael Jackson? We didn't know. I watched his demise in front of the world. I watched him like them talk about him so bad he didn't like really want to come out. Lies. They made it all up. They're liars. That's what they do.
You've had implants in your cheek.
You don't really go to the movies to find out anything new. Like there's nothing the James Brown movie could tell me about James Brown when I saw it, because I didn't want to see it. When I found out this guy, I had never seen Chadwick Boseman in anything, because I had never seen what's the name of that movie? I had never seen the Jackie Robinson movie with him in it. So I'm like,
man, that was a dope performance. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Who is this guy playing James Brown? I don't want to see this. So when I first saw the trailer, I was screaming like, yo, he got it. I'm like, that's James Brown. And man, like I went to go see that opening night, bought the Blu-ray and it came out. That's one of my favorite music biopics of all time. He got James Brown. And I love James Brown, one of my all-time favorites, y'all.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. You think James Brown need you?
And he got no recognition from
that.
He got no recognition from that. So I'm like, yo,
yeah, that's crazy.
Sad to see such a great role like that just get thrown away. Like people didn't even acknowledge it. And that's why, and that's my problem with black folks too. Because I remember the night I went to go see it, there was 2 black girls in line. I don't blame them, but it's where they grew up. I blame their parents. And they didn't know what a movie is. I was buying tickets to James Brown. It's like, what is that movie about? I'm like, about James Brown. It's like, who is James Brown? I'm like, good God Almighty. I'm like, dude, I knew who James Brown was when I was 5 years old. I'm like, these girls are like 20. It's 2 black. I never forget, man. I just felt bad. Like you don't like all this hip hop music you're listening to. Like a scene at the end of the James. When I'm sitting in the theater, a scene at the end of the movie when James Brown goes to visit Bobby. And Vicky comes outside. Remember that scene? He was talking to Bobby in his front yard, and Vicky comes to. When I'm looking at that scene, I'm thinking to myself, you got Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas right there. All 3 of those. Jay-Z sampled Bobby from the song "You Don't Know." That's a Bobby song. Biggie sampled James Brown in the song "Dreams," and Nas' first song was "Live at the Barbecue." That was a Vicky song. So you got 3 of New York's prominent artists right there in that scene. They sampled from all 3 of those. So I'm like, yo, that's my line of thinking, man. But yeah, man, James Brown's like one of my all-time favorites. The movie's well done, and it wasn't well received, and I think that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This might be, I ain't gonna say a stretch, but unpopular opinion. I think that Chadwick deserved more of an Oscar for that movie than Michael B. Jordan for Sinners.
Yeah, but I agree. I don't get involved in the whole Oscar thing. I just think that they gave that Oscar to him, and I think he deserved it. But
Now I was going to say they ain't gave him nothing. Probably movies suck now. That's why they movies suck now. That's why they have to recreate. Man, that's why they have to recreate the old movies because people are not going to go watch the new movies, and they suck.
Yeah, but the problem with awards, I think Garth Brooks did it the best. When Garth Brooks was up for the Album of the Year in American Music Award, one year, Tim TLC and a lot of other artists. I don't know if you heard this story, but it was live. He did it, but he went and shook everybody. When he won Album of the Year, he went and shook everybody's hand. He went on stage and he left the award up there. He's like all these artists had something to the effect that all these artists had good albums. I don't think you should have. I'm just not a fan of awards. Like, whether it's NBA MVP of the season, Oscars for the best movie, for the best role. Because look, I'm gonna tell you why the NBA, and I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna tell you why NBA MVP voting is stupid. There is not one person in the media, not even including Adam Silver, nobody has watched every game from every team. Think about that. What person has watched all 82 games from 30 teams?
Nobody.
Nobody. So how can you make an assessment of one player being the best player in the league if you have not watched every game from every team?
It's something for fans to debate about.
Yeah, it's silly. It's stupid. It's silliness.
I disagree on part.
Because in reality, 5 guys got a right to the MVP. Well, 2 of them been disqualified for the missing the games, but the 3 that are in it right now, all 3 of them got a right to the MVP.
But that's the argument they're trying to create. It creates buzz around the league.
Yeah. So that's why I always say it's silly to have one guy and people look back on that and say, "Oh, this guy was the best player in the league that year," and it's not true. That may not be true. Like, just because you give this one guy the award, when everybody else is as equally deserving. And the same thing goes for movies and albums, because none of my favorite albums ever won Grammys. None of them. But when you, in 1989, when rap only had one category back then. The second year of the Grammys, 1990 actually, the first year of the Grammys where they showed rap, when they had a rap in the category, there was Jazzy and the Fresh Prince won for Parents Don't Understand. The second year of rap was 1990, and Young MC won for Bust a Move. And I like Young MC. I like that brother. He's a smart brother, positive brother. But you're not telling me Bust a Move has more of an impact than Fight the Power does then or even now, 36 years later. Fight the Power. Every time you watch Do the Right Thing, you hear Fight the Power 10, 12 times throughout the movie. It's one of the greatest hip hop songs ever. So that's why you can't do this like this is the greatest song of the year. This song is an award. This artist need an award. I just think it's trinkets, man. I don't deal with it.
Hey, PM, got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's good, Breezy? You being a father now, bro? First of all, let me ask you, do you have the same perspective on life? Are your fears still the same?
My fears?
Yeah, like, I used to have a really bad fear of my, I had my baby late too. Of like, him running away or something like, because he had a bad habit when he was a little baby. He would just take off walking. I don't know where the hell he was going, but he would just leave. One day we had a barbecue. I was mad as shit because I was on the grill, and the neighbor knocked on the door from down the street, and he just took off walking, and she recognized him and brought him back. I was like, "What the hell? Like, what?" I used to do that, so that was one of my fears that he would just like walk. And so do you have like any new phobias now that you a parent?
Nah, man, just my fears is like I said, I've never been afraid of dying. I'm still not afraid of dying, but I don't want to leave here now because I don't want to leave my child in the hands of my wife. I wouldn't want to do that.
Damn. Pittsburgh, the soul of Pittsburgh T lives on this panel. That sounds like some
I'm
red pill talking, brother.
I'm just saying, man, she's goddamn lazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, man, you can't. I don't want her growing up thinking like, yo, I can get by with just begging. Because I already told my wife, like, look, man, when she turns 20.
Wait, hold on. If all positive, if all positive wife, if you listening, this is all positive talk. I ain't put this man up to it. I don't want no beef, but go ahead, brother. Now dig it ditch by yourself.
What I'm saying is that I told him my child reaches her 20s, she's cut off. Because for the simple fact that she's gonna be set up for life. I'm setting her up for life. You know what I'm saying? So if she doesn't listen to what I tell her, she doesn't abide by lessons I'm giving her in life to help her out, and I'm gonna set her up financially. She wants to go out and blow it, like my wife runs through money. You know what I'm saying? That I'm telling her, I told her, I'm not gonna be like your mother. I'm not gonna be out here giving her thousands of dollars every few months because she asked for it. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be working. I don't work now, so I'm not gonna be working. When she gets older, I'm gonna be in my 60s. That's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna be almost 70 years old by the time she turns 20. I'm like, yo,
God damn. Okay, well,
yeah, man, I'm almost 50 now. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, yo, I just gotta be here to show her the way, man. I'm like, yo, she gotta learn responsibility. I'm teaching responsibility, and that's my biggest fear. Like, yo, something happens to me, who's gonna teach her that? My wife is she's very irresponsible, man. Anything I'm telling you now, I tell her that too. So it ain't like I'm talking.
No, hold up. We're not gonna do that because I already think your wife don't like me. She said, "Where that lazy ass nigga go get him a job?"
No, she didn't say. No, man. No, she didn't say that. She said she asked me. She didn't say it like that. No, man. No, they were. That's how I went, yo.
Yo, Red Pill T, just in time. I want to show you this clip right here. Red Pill T, you just in time. I got a couple clips for you we got to bring that red pill out, brother. Hold on. I think this is the first one.
And this is why women say, we pick the bear. We pick the bear. And he knows I'm recording him too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals, and you pick the one right next to me. What was the reason? What was the reason? I know you hear me. What was the reason? Now we both uncomfortable.
Red Pill T, talk to me.
Hey,
talk to me.
Maybe the TV was on a channel that he wanted next to it.
I hate when people go in the public gym or even the gym that you pay a membership to, and they start pulling out their phone with their dumbass ideas like you in their head, and just start recording like the whole gym belonged to them, bro. Like if that's the case, your ass could have went anywhere in the gym, and then they think like somebody got to give them an explanation. If you want that kind of exclusivity, build your gym in your garage. Like other than that, man, shut the hell up. Nobody want to care about you. And hey, when they set up their equipment, them motherfuckers come in there with tripods and all this bullshit, and they'll go over there where the dumbbells is and get mad at you if you start walking past like, hey, you don't see me recording? Man, if you don't move that bullshit out the way,
oh my God,
like, I hate people like that, man. I hate people like that.
Yo, the gym is not just your personal space. Everybody,
you know what's funny about that? You remember when Dave Chappelle did the skit and he was talking about how he started smoking a cigarette on the train. The girl was like, "Sir, this is everybody's air, sir." Like that used to be real things what everybody would say. Like, but nowadays it's the complete opposite. They think, like Pittsburgh T said, that's their personal gym. It's like, girl, so you uncomfortable that he made you uncomfortable in a public space. So you decide to record him without his consent. Like you can't make this up. Like, how do you know his intentions? Did he look at you? Did he look at you up and down? Did he make a noise like Like, what did he do to warrant that type of response? I know he can hear me. That dude like he was minding his business. That's just me.
man. They make you not even when they get a lift off and they be on that spot and they be lifting all this heavy ass weight and the shit about to crush them. It make you want to turn your head and not run over there and help them. Like make you just really be like, nah, I ain't gonna help this fool. Maybe he try to do it for clicks, man. They so bad with it, man. I don't understand these people where they think that their thoughts that they projecting in their brain is what you thinking. And that could be the furthest thing because everybody damn near got something in their ear. Most people ain't even paying nobody no attention unless they working out with them, man. That gym shit, that shit is ridiculous, man. People be doing, and women coming there damn near naked and get a shock that men are looking at them. Why the fuck are you coming in the gym damn near naked and then you shocked that a man is looking at you?
Oh my God,
I just don't understand it, bro.
Dude, I hate that these chicks come in the gym wearing stuff that look like you wear to bed. And then they do it for attention, but then they act like they don't like the attention that dudes be giving them. And you see them walking around the gym, they walk around with their nose stuck up. Look at these guys. These guys are filthy looking at me. But you're wearing stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with you. AP, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how that goes. Women want the attention that they want, meaning they only want attention from the guys that they like. That's not how life works, but that's how they feel. So if you're a person that they deem unattractive and you looking at them, they're gonna be offended.
Well, I don't look at it. They ain't gonna worry about me. I don't pay them no mind.
That's the lowest.
You got their OF fan.
Yeah, but you know what else? They delusional, bro. They delusional, bro. You know what I hate about that gym shit too? Them dudes that spend all day, they'll be a whole hour trying to do their gym set. And they want to max out. They want to sit there and play on the phone. They want to do 300 pounds and it take them an hour to do it. Like, bro, if you don't move your stupid ass out the way, bro, get your dumb ass out the way, bro. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I seen a dude one day, but he had like 400 some pounds on the bar though. But it took this dude literally about 20 minutes to warm up because the bench press was upstairs. That was when they had a basketball court at the Fitness Connection. We were downstairs. He was right by the window on the bench. And me and the other guy, we looking like, dude, I know this dude ain't about to lift this 400 some pounds. But it took this dude almost 15 to 20 minutes to warm up. He was just sitting there on the bench and he kept getting up, stretching. And I'm like, dude, this dude's holding up a bench. But he actually bench pressed it with no spot. He was benching it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But like I said, but the point is, he held up that bench about 30 some minutes. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take that long for you to work out at a bench when you bench pressing.
I mean, it's not that bad if you in a giant gym where it's like 8, 9 benches. But if it's like 2 benches, bro, man, get your ass out the way. And then you go in there peak hours, which is like 4 to 6, and people getting off work, or 7 to 9. Like, bro, come on, man, get your dumb ass out the way.
It's like, look, I work out in the gym. I don't even go in the afternoon no more, man. I just go in there at 5 in the morning as soon as they open when I go. You know what I'm saying? Hit the treadmill, all that stuff. Treadmill, weights, sauna. But like I said, as far as going to the gym, man, you couldn't pay me to go to the gym here at 6 in the afternoon.
No,
ain't no way.
I don't go there.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Yeah, ain't no way. Yeah, I avoid all that stuff, Scholar, because it's too much toxic. You got the chicks walking around like that, and then it's just too much foolishness tomfoolery going on in there. Then you got the people, everybody think they some kind of YouTube or Instagram or social media star, so they filming everything without asking you. They just got their phone on, just filming shit. Then they got dumbass glasses on, so you don't motherfuckers just filming shit. They have a whole conversation with you, not telling you that they filming the shit. Like what the fuck is going on here? Like that shit's annoying, man.
Yo, I couldn't find the video, but I was looking for it. There's a video of a man who got his headset on, right? He minded his business. And the girl she going off on him like, you pig? Like, have some self-respect. Like she going off on him like if he groped her or something, you know? He's so locked in, he don't even know what's going on. Like he got his headphones on, he's not even paying attention to her. And I'm just like, bro, this is what get on my nerves, bro. The women who dress like that are so full of themselves that when they're dressing up, they're thinking everybody's gonna want to look at me. There's no way anybody can resist. And it's like, come on, man.
I mean, just because you
Not
look decent
everybody.
don't mean that everybody looking at you. I mean, it's a good looking woman, but most dudes ain't in the gym doing that type of shit.
No, that's cap. Dudes is in there to look. I'm gonna be honest with you. They in there to look, but I don't like the idea or mindset that everybody wants me. Cause it'd be the girl that did that bro, she was unattractive, little bitty legs, like she wasn't even attractive to be trying to like trying to pull that type of stunt. It's like, girl, know your face card, know your number. Know your rating. Like to be acting like that was uncalled for. But you reminded me of this with the meta glasses. So there was a story out there, APN and Pittsburgh T. Let me know what y'all think about this, right? So there was a guy, a gay guy, who just got like busted in the news, right? And because he was scamming people. So this is what he would do. He would jump in people's DMs as a catfish, as a woman.
What?
Right? Yeah. And talk to them and get them to send like nudes and stuff, right? Then once they send the nudes, he will reveal that he was really a man, right? And if they didn't send him money, that he was gonna tell everybody that they was gay.
Man.
Okay, and he was making a lot of money.
Why are you sending news to someone that reaches out to you? Women normally don't do it.
Yeah, but dudes is gullible though. You know how it goes, man. Dude, especially if you get an 18 to 20-year-old man, that dude doing it in the South, man. He don't care, man. He just he don't really care, bro. He'll fall for it.
Man, no. Yeah, I agree. People are gullible. I'll go.
Fall for it, bro.
I mean,
but he playing a dangerous game himself, though.
Scott Storch is running that same game right now. Y'all heard about Scott Storch, right?
Nah, what he was doing?
Scott Storch, what he is doing, he's doing now. Scott Storch made about $80 million in his music producing career, whatever. But then he lost it all because he on that booger sugar and a lot of bad spending habits. But right now, Scott Storch is reaching out to a lot of producers on Instagram and up and coming producers, Instagram and Twitter and all this. And he's writing them saying, yo, I like your music. Let's work together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help promote you and all this stuff. And these guys are sending him. These are up and coming guys, man. Scott Storch is an all-time great producer, and these guys are sending Scott Storch thousands of dollars, and then he's cutting them off. He's blocking them. I mean, it's so many. Google it. It's a lot of people talking about, like, a lot of guys, man. They're talking about it online right now that Scott Storch is basically robbing these up and coming artists, man. They're trying to get on, and he's telling them, he's like, yo, I'm gonna share your links, we're gonna work together. And they're sending him like each guy's sending him like $1,000 here, $500 here, and then he's blocking them, and they're never hearing from him again. I'm like, Scott Storch, I know he's not down that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you went from making $200,000 a beat, being worth $80 million, to scamming up and coming producers out of $1,000 here, $500 here. That's crazy, man.
But hold up, APN. Hold up now. A lot of people don't even know who Scott Storch is.
Man, everybody knows Scott Storch. If you don't know if you don't know his name, you definitely know his music.
But I wanted to say this, APN. So what if them OF fans, you jump in the DM, right? And they get news from you, and you find out it's a man, and they threaten to tell everybody you've been talking to a man. Would you pay him?
First of all, I ain't jumping nobody. Look, dude, believe it or not, I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me every day. But every day, I get about 2 or 3 chicks that's following me on Instagram. And I'm like, I ain't even put out no content. I know my stuff ain't that good. No, so I ain't put no content. And then you click on that profile, and it's no post or anything. They got like 1 or 2 pictures. And then sometimes they'll DM you. It's like, oh, I was checking out your profile, this and that. I'm like, nah, man, I'm smarter than that. Like, I ain't even put on no content, man. I'm like, no, I know my content I got ain't that good. I'm like, yeah, but it's a lot of people. They'll try you. They'll do stuff like that. They'll put a picture of a chick up on a profile, and they're like, I'm telling you content. They'll start DMing you, like, you want to try to talk? Like, nah, I'm good. I don't even respond back.
Yeah, they got AI pictures. They got a ton of AI pictures on it. Like, look, this the other thing too. Like, the way the society is set up, sex workers right now, that's an accepted thing. But they have to remember, just because it's accepted by society, that don't mean like every man want to jump in your pants. That ain't what it is. Like, no, man, people ain't really doing that. And then some of these people are like hyper. They live on the internet so hard that they don't realize there's real people out here that got stuff going on, and you just not that important out here. People might love to say, hey, that lady look good, or that dude, whoever look good, and they just keep it pushing. Ain't nobody really stopping their time like that. You'll get a couple dudes to run up to you and talk to you. And I don't even see what's wrong with that. Like, I don't get the chicks that get all like, ooh, why you trying to interrupt me and talk to me? Like, why would you put that on if you wanted nobody to talk to you? All you had to do was say no thank you and keep it moving. Most normal people ain't gonna go take it no further. Of course, you're gonna get the outliers of a couple of idiots that's gonna do it, but I just don't get the shock that some of these chicks be doing when they do some of the stuff that they do, and they act like you put on the tightest tights you can put on. You put on a midriff shirt that just show like right up under your right above your belly button. Like, what do you expect? Like, come on. And you got a BBL, you got everything blurred out, you got your face. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just some of the stuff some of these people do is crazy. And for the dudes, these motherfuckers with these pranks, boy, look here. You put somebody in the prank and not telling them in the prank. All right, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll positive. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up?
You saying you got too much knowledge to be catfish, but I'm just letting you know, bro.
Look, man, I ain't writing no chicks back that's writing me on Instagram. Like I said, my content ain't that good for chicks to be writing. I know that much. Yo, my content ain't that good.
Nah, you got some good content, brother. Don't you do that.
I know it's not. So I ain't writing no chicks back.
Okay, all right. I got another scenario for you, AP and Pittsburgh T. I'm glad we got Red Pill T up here for to give us the view from the Red Pill. What y'all think about this video?
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Chanel?
This me.
Come here real quick.
Who is you?
Can you come here, please?
Can you tell me who you are?
Man, I was the dude in the red Challenger.
Okay, what about it?
I was the guy in the red Challenger.
What about the red Challenger?
We used to kick it. What you talking about?
Who is you?
Right, man, you used to come to my grandma's house?
Man, I don't know. What is your name?
Jason, bro.
Okay. Oh my God. What do you want?
Bro, come here.
Why? How you found me?
Because I wanted to ask you a question. Bro, can you come here?
Oh my goodness. All right, hold on.
Thank you.
How y'all feel about that?
She did know him.
So wait a minute. This dude just popped up to her house without her giving him the actual address?
Yep, got out of jail. Just randomly popped up.
That's crazy.
So she knew him though.
Niggas in jail. Jail niggas act like look, jail niggas act like time freeze when they go in jail. Like time
That's hilarious, bro.
like,
That was my exact thought.
Jail niggas act like they nobody. What y'all doing out there? What's going on out there, Scholar? What y'all doing out there? We fucking living. That's what we doing.
Time does freeze for them when they go in. Time does freeze. So if you go into prison, if you ain't really bettering yourself in the library and making a progress in your life, you go into prison as a 15-year-old. If you get out as a 35-year-old, you're still going to be a 15-year-old in your mind. So time does freeze for them if they're not bettering themselves in prison.
And he ain't even had no talk games. I don't know which way he went to jail. Like, but that is a horrible approach. If that's the way that you approach women, that is not gonna get you very far at all.
I don't know if y'all heard him, but he sounds sugary. He sounds real sugary when he.
I think he really focused to stay, man.
Yeah, probably so. Parole too.
Yeah, well, look, that's one thing I'm amazed at. Though I will give them their props. Some guys can get out of prison, and I've seen this. I'm not telling you something that I've heard. I've seen this real life. That guys got a prison, they can find a chick real quick to lay up with at her crib and not, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that while they're looking for a job, I'm like, dang, man, I know dudes that's working, got jobs looking for a relationship. They can't get a relationship. Some guys just got a prison and they can have a chick within a month staying at their crib. Like, I'm amazed at that. That's
If a
always,
dude can't find a chick and nowadays, he gotta be ugly or got HIV or herpes or something.
I'm talking about a chick that, you know, that got her own stuff though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just
Not,
saying it's easy to find. It's easy to find chicks nowadays. Like
that's kind of hard, man. That is hard to find.
It's not hard because there's certain kind of women that want that kind of dude. Like it's certain women who got this stuff together.
you know how you know that's not true? You know how you know that's not true? There's a dude out there named Baby Alien. I don't know if y'all familiar with Baby Alien, but he became a meme just for being ugly and like he has a handicap or a deformity, right? So people make fun of him. That dude was on Bang Bros. That dude got famous. Like he getting pussy now. He getting chicks, which is the weirdest, nastiest stuff I've ever seen in my life. But we live in a time where it's easy to get. It's abundant. It's all around you.
Yeah.
So I disagree with that.
Yeah, certain chicks want certain kind of dudes, and like just by that dude being famous, they don't give a damn what he look like, and they think he got some money, they with it. Like it just don't matter. And some of these chicks want rough around the edges dudes. Just like some dudes, they like toxic ass ghetto women. That's what some of these dudes. I don't give a fuck. I know a dude that's a PA, physical. What's it called? Physician assistant. He got a ghetto ass chick. Like it's just like educate. Some people that's what they want. They want to go through all that drama and all that bullshit that come with that. They love that kind of crazy shit. I mean, have at it.
T, I got a theory. I got a theory on what you said when you said prison dudes. I don't think it's prison dudes. I think it's black men in general. Most black men I know or black people I know that because they so like, I ain't gonna say like moddy, but their prime is shortly lived, but it's like a firecracker. Like they can bench a lot and all this other stuff. They tend to want to like not age or acknowledge age like it's gonna go away because they don't acknowledge it. But a lot of times they be leaving kids and they expect the kids not to grow. Like they be like because I remember doing this like when they see me, they be like, oh man, you done grown. You so big now. And it's like, nigga, what do you think I was gonna do? Stay a kid forever?
Man. Wow, yo.
So I think it's just I don't know, it might be a black thing.
Nah, I don't think that's black. That's a prison nigga motherfucker. That's a prison motherfucker in jail. Because you can tell, like, and then most of them people that go in jail like that for the long stints, you can kind of tell when he started getting in trouble. Because that's where his brain get it escape. Not when he went to jail, but when he stopped fucking listening. When they stopped listening to teenagers, this whole conversation, he sound like a fucking teenager. He act like a teenager. You just can't help it. And now he just got more freedom. Now he ain't got somebody to tell him everything, what to do all the damn time. But they're just different. That's why if you look at the recidivism rate of adults, it's above 60%. It's high. Yeah. It's really high. For kids and teenagers, it's not that high. But for adults that they let free, them motherfuckers going right back to jail, most of them. They know that.
Our prison system is a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you look at the rates in other countries, like, and you look at their prisons, these guys, I'll be looking at documentaries like, yo, these guys don't want to go back to prisons in other countries. They're like, yo, when we get out, we don't want to go back. Like the prisons here are so like, I just discovered this, man. It's like, I don't really want to put this, I don't want to put out who it is, someone I know personally, but they got everything going for them in their life, got their own car, they got a nice profession where they're making a lot of money, very high paying salary.
Oh, you talking about me? You talking about me?
It's a woman. She got her own car, own crib, professional woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's in love with a dude in prison.
Clarissa Shield?
No. I know this personally. This girl personally.
Oh, okay.
No. But the thing is, she was telling me stuff about prison I didn't know because she was talking with him every day. And prison is we know the difference between prison and jail, but in jail, they got iPads now. In jail, you know, they got iPads and they can order food in jail. I think they said in some prisons they allow them to order food too. Like Like they'll deliver it up there and they'll expect it and bring it to them. I'm like that's why when you see these videos, these guys eating Subway in jail and iPads, I'm like, yo, it's like they're making jail like, yo, it ain't a bad place to be. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you got money on the books, it ain't a bad place to be.
Any dude like the one that was at her doorstep that spent a long stint in jail, you gotta already put him on that spectrum. And y'all know what spectrum I'm talking about. You know. You already know what I'm talking about. Like it's too many, and then they like all positive or maybe Pittsburgh T, somebody said they go back. They go back. They're really violent towards women. They got all the signs and all the red flags. Like, yeah, they definitely not playing for the right team, you know. But not Pittsburgh. I think it's a black thing, bro. Only reason I say that is because I've experienced that a lot amongst black men where they don't expect nobody or anything to age when they leave. Like they're the center of the universe and the world revolves around them. And you're gonna stay a kid forever to not remind them of their mortality.
No, that's not just black people. That's everybody. I don't think that's black people. I think that's people in general. And then when you talk about somebody who left a situation from a long time, you gotta think this motherfucker been locked up 4, 5, 10 years. He been sitting in his cell romanticizing about the last pictures that he had in his head of what these people look like, what this situation look like. Ain't none of that shit the same. The paint on the wall ain't the same. The shoes, the phones, nothing the same. This thing get out all fucking confused and fucked up. And he trying to he having a whole fucking short circuit, a meltdown of what he think this shit is. That's why that motherfucker think like that. Because that's the last good memories he had. The rest of that shit is a bunch of sweaty balls and dudes running around. He trying to protect his booty the whole time he in jail. That's why he's sitting there romanticizing and buying that bullshit. That's the reason why them dudes is like that. And you got to think, everybody that come up and visit them dudes, that's the other thing about jail. I think this is the bigger problem with jail. Jail, when people go to jail now, people aren't honest with people. They got to act like, when people go to jail, I get trying to be there for people, but you know this motherfucker ain't shit. Like, man, listen, motherfucker go to jail and they go visit them and be like, it ain't your fault. You know, goddamn well, this dude ain't shit. He always getting in trouble. He always robbing people. Like, there's some people who don't do right shit, and we know who they are. But the people that be around them, they be lying to their ass. Mm-hmm. So they get out and they have this inflated, warped reality because of the people that's visiting them. And then they get mad at the people who don't want to be a part of the bullshit. And they be hot with them like, man, you need to come see me. Like, I ain't finna go see you. You going back. What the fuck I'm going to go see you for?
I think each one of us on this panel, when we were in high school, we knew a handful of dudes in high school that we knew like, yo, these guys are going to be in prison 5 years within graduation. Yeah, am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
I think we all knew a handful of guys in school that they would just show up to eat. They slept in every class. They didn't do that, but just get in trouble. And we knew like when high school was over, give them 4 or 5 years and they're going to be in prison. Because that's when I go to my old high school game, North Pitt. I go to the old games, and my wife come with me sometimes, and we and she sees some of the guys I went to high school with, and I tell her like, yeah, he did a stint in prison. Like, yo, they killed somebody, and like that guy he killed somebody, and that guy he robbed somebody, he went to prison. That guy he killed somebody, and she was like, man, I was like, how many killers do you know? I had to explain like, yo, these guys weren't really killers like that. But sometimes you put yourself in a situation when you have to pull a trigger because you pulled it out. Like I said, I went to school with a lot of guys that went to prison for murder. And like I said, and I knew these guys weren't killers, but you knew they were going to end up in prison somehow. You know what I'm saying? So if you pull it, you got to use it.
I went to school with the first set of cats that got convicted down in Miami, South Miami, of like carjackings back in the 90s. And boy, them niggas are still locked up right now. Ain't none of them niggas ever getting out of jail. Like, never ever get out of jail. They didn't even kill them. I think they end up like they gave them, I don't know if they did all of the stuff they did, but they surely did some of the carjackings. But one of them, somebody died, so they just put them all on them. And them dudes is never getting out of jail. They never ever getting out of jail. Never.
That's bad.
Well, I say this. APN, you're right. You're right about that. About what you said about like the what are the I was about to say typecast. Ain't no movie though, but like the stereotyping of young kids and stuff. But I mean, I'm torn too, APN, because I feel like, you know, on some Deuce Town stuff that conspiratorial like belief is really powerful. And if you tell a kid that they ain't gonna amount to much, like they kind of go out and self-fulfilling prophecy. Like George Foreman said that one day he used to always sneak out he would sneak back into his house and go to sleep. So he was supposed to go to school. He would act like he was getting on the bus and he would sneak back in and go to sleep. And he said one day that is, I think it was his sister, I can't remember, mom, somebody called him and they was like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to amount to nothing anyway." And like he had to be a boxer. Like what else was George going to do with that type of you know, reinforcement? Now speaking of kids, Red Pill T, love to hear your red pill view on this, brother. Man. So let me see, get y'all reaction to this clip right here.
Like I said, you will not put your hands on my motherfucking son. And that's what the fuck I said here, because you go get in the car. Go get in the car. Like I'm not don't worry, I'm not getting on the bus. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You won't put your motherfucking hands on my son. You won't put your motherfucking hands on my son. You won't put your hands on my motherfucking son. Say that shit again, bitch, you won't ever fuck my son. You won't ever fuck. You're not gonna sit here and argue with me. Bitch, you're not. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Touch me again and watch. Touch me again and you'll find out. Touch me again. Yeah. Touch me again. I sure did, and I'll touch you. You touch me again. I bet he won't touch me again. I bet he won't touch me again. I'll be your bitch. I'll be your bitch and your son if he wants to. Bitch, don't you ever fucking touch me, ho.
Well, I don't know. What did the kid do? First of all, you
touched the driver. The kid put his hands on the driver. The driver told the mama that your son touched me. And then the mama was up there confronting the driver, telling them not to be talking to the kid.
He grabbed her butt.
Yeah, that's the kid's fault. That's the kid's fault. That's the kid's fault.
No, but the mama, that was a mama confronting the bus driver about her
I understand
talking
that.
to her kid.
Bus driver,
Yeah.
but that's the kid's fault for touching the bus driver. Though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it's also the mother's fault for her not having them hand skills and talking all that junk. Like, because if they didn't say right, then she'd have got mollywop.
Yeah, but that little boy,
you gotta have a hand skill to back it up.
Yeah, she need to get a butt whoop. But that little boy gonna end up in jail anyways because of the ratchet ass mama though. Yeah, he gonna end up in jail anyways, or not straight up just dead.
If you're not reprimanding your child for doing something bad, and that's telling them, hey, it's okay to have bad behavior because I'm gonna bail you out. Just like I tell my wife all the time. I tell her all the time. When you reward bad behavior, you encourage it more and more. You can't reward bad behavior.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, that mama is a piece of crap parent, man. Ain't no other way around that. Like, you bypass the kid to go run up on the victim of your damn son, assault to her, basically, to confront her that she can't say that to her. Man, they should have let her go to town on her. Because, I mean, he going to be kicking her ass in a little bit anyway, so she might as well get used to it. might as well be get ready for them lefts and rights because they coming. Because can't nobody say nothing to the little hard-headed bastard. Motherfucker don't listen. Going to work. I mean, just think about the idea that the little kid got to be bold enough to do that type of shit to a bus driver. Like that's kind of crazy for a kid to be doing that kind of crazy shit.
Thought about or hit any bus driver in all of my 13 years.
An adult? We ain't talking about no kids. We talking about an adult bus driver. You got the nerve to put your hands on them. And then the bus driver go tell the parent, and the ratchet ass mama want to sit there and have a shouting match with the bus driver. Instead of her taking her stupid ass on down the road and addressing her kid. And I guarantee if you to run up on that woman, I guarantee she gonna tell you that the daddy ain't shit. That's what she gonna tell you. I don't know.
Shit. I don't know the details, but I did see the same picture. I seen the picture of the lady. So, and piecing together what she was fired for. So I'm guessing they reviewed the cameras. So she choked the little boy after he grabbed her butt, allegedly. So allegedly he grabbed her butt, and allegedly she choked him because she lost her job because of this. She not for the fight afterwards, but for touching him, choking the little boy.
Why would you grab a bus driver's butt as a kid?
That's all crazy. That's a lot of things wrong with that, bro. There's so many different things wrong with that. As a kid, it's a lot of stuff wrong with that. What the hell is going on in your household that you doing shit like this?
Wait a minute. Ain't he supposed to be looking at butts?
Yeah,
no, man, not like that. Not sexualized like that.
Yeah,
Not let's say teenagers.
Man, y'all tripping.
Them little kids.
If y'all don't
you didn't
stop.
see them little kids? Hold up, Scholar. You didn't see those little ass kids? Those were
Pittsburgh
teenage
T.
kids get on that bus.
At 14 years old, Pittsburgh T. Every day I woke up with wood.
Scholar, those weren't 14-year-olds. Those were kids. Those were kitty kids.
I like so Pittsburgh T. When you was a kid, you didn't have a crush on your teacher.
As a kid, like a kid, yeah, probably. Man, so yeah, but I ain't run up to no teacher at that. I would be so scared, like a kid to be like not a teenager, but a child, like a kitty kid, not in high school. For him to run up and put his hands on a teacher like that, man, please, man, that's a level of boldness that most young adults young kids, boys ain't gonna do that type of shit. Majority, the overwhelming majority, not gonna do no crazy shit like that.
I'm gonna just say, yeah, he putting the hands was too far, but y'all sitting up here acting like little boys. Little boys ain't thinking about sex and all that stuff. That's absolutely
not to the point where you. Not to the point where you getting up grabbing an adult. Man.
That's assault, man. That can lead to having to register as a sexual offender when you're grabbing girls' butts.
Yeah, I don't condone it. I'm not for to act mortified about a little kid sexualizing anything because that's what little kids do. They
I've never grabbed anybody, not even a girl in school. I've never grabbed, even at that, especially at that age, like 8, 9 years old. I don't grab no girl's butt or a teacher's butt and nothing like that. Nah, man. I know, man. I got beat to death. If I got,
I'd have been worried about my own assault that I was going to get. I've been worried about my personal assault. That's what happened to me.
Like that. And the thing about when we was growing up, your parents always took the teacher's side. It ain't no, hey, my teacher did. Your parents not going to school cussing out a teacher for something that she told on you, and you did. Nah, they took the teacher's side 99% of the time.
Well, that little motherfucker going to jail. They might as well. He can get his
man, he ain't
served
going
right
no
now.
jail.
Go ahead.
They ain't even got no cuffs that can fit him.
That little motherfucker going to jail, man. Hey, man, your brain got to be fucked up for you to put your hands on the teacher like that at that age, man. You no little boy don't know normal. I bet you that little bastard grades all fucked up too. He ain't paying attention in school. He can't even ride home. Most bus rides ain't even for like 10, 15 minutes. Bro, most bus rides home from the schoolhouse. Bro, listen now. Most people bus rides from the schoolhouse ain't but like 30 minutes. You can't sit your little stupid ass still for 30 minutes without putting your ass. That little nigga going to jail, man. Fuck that little kid, man. Send his ass to jail now. Don't waste no time. Don't waste no more tax dollars. Just get that little nigga in jail. Get him. Hey, don't they got the best school programs anyway? All of them say they got better school and they learn more in jail than they learn out here anyway. Send his little ass to jail. He'll learn better than that. He'll listen to motherfuckers.
Growing up, we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't talk or something. We couldn't talk above a certain Tune. We couldn't, man. They wouldn't even let certain bus drivers wouldn't even let us listen to Walkmans on the bus and riding home back in the day. If you had a Walkman, you couldn't even listen to Walkman on the bus. We couldn't do nothing.
That little nigga can't be trusted. He can't sit still long enough, man. They got a place for that nigga. It's called jail. They send little motherfuckers like that to jail. Them be them 14, 15-year-olds that go in jail and everybody's like, oh my God, the system. I can't believe the system. Oh, this little bastard don't listen, man. He do stupid shit like that. You always got a couple of them, man, and you're never gonna get away from them kind of kids. They're gonna always exist. And unfortunately, they don't learn till they learn. And then those kind of people, their parents be acting like they didn't know this was happening. They act mortified, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, you knew this motherfucker was a problem. Like, stop it. You know his ass was having problems from the fucking beginning, man. Like, stop it, man. This motherfucker ain't got no straight A's. He ain't doing none of that shit. Like, man, a kid that can't sit on the bus ride home, that motherfucker can't focus in school. Ain't no fucking way. Because buses don't even ride that far. Because if you go too far, you outside the zone of the district. So bus rides home ain't that fucking far. You can't keep, like, bro, nah, man. Nah, man. And on top of that, he better be careful because this black lady, she might have some little nephews to beat his little ass. You know how we get down, man. You better say your little nephews over there. I can't do that to that little bastard. Kick his ass. Like, man, little kids like that, man, they set up for a hard failure unless they got some major correction, and that's never gonna happen. If that's his mama and the bus driver can't even tell her that the boy that he grabbed her butt, like, he ain't never getting no correction, man. Can't nobody tell that little boy shit. And he watching his mama defend his bullshit. So that's only empowering and shit. You probably just send that little nigga to jail.
No, I don't know about that. We protect black babies over here, brother. But listen. I'm in between on this one because you can't go out there and do that. You can't be grabbing on women. But I mean, why we don't ever get for the black kids? Why we never get the boys will be boys type stuff? You know what I mean? Like we see every day. Whether it be a Christy Noem's husband cross dressing, we see all of they scandals never be like enlightened. Like, bro, we had to watch the FBI raid somebody's house, kill the plants, dehydrate the goldfish, pour salt on Diddy's snails, and say Diddy was in the freak offs, and then you look at all the politicians participating in freak off and cross dressing. So it's like we never get no leeway. That'd be annoying. Like, he a kid and he did wrong, and the punishment gotta be suitable because I mean, we just talking about historical context in America. There was a little boy that was accused of, I can't remember what he was accused for. AP ain't probably gonna be familiar with the story, but I think it was whistling at a white woman or something like Emmett Till, but it's just a different story. And they took him to jail and they gave him the electrical chair. And he was too little to fit in the chair because he was so small. So they put Bible.
You talking about George Stein. He was convicted of unaliving two white females.
Yeah, that's
white.
Yeah.
And they know he didn't do it. They had to put Bibles up under him because he didn't fit in an electrical chair.
But then ain't got. Yeah, but Scholar, ain't none of that got nothing to do with this little mannish little boy putting his hands on this grown ass lady.
Kids make mistakes. He's not an adult.
How does he know he made a mistake if his mama won't even say nothing to him? How the fuck does he know he made a mistake?
He would have got in trouble the next day at school. I'm sure of it.
Scholar, the lady told the mama, and the mama's reaction was to go confront the lady like
but
she
this
did
is after the lady done already put her hands on the kid.
Man, Scholar,
you can't put your hands on my kid and then come tell me why you did it. I'm just being honest.
Scholar. This is what I'm telling you.
Man, back in the day, if you acted
this ain't back in the day. This ain't back in the day though.
And somebody in the neighborhood, an adult had to reprimand you. When you got home, you got another beating because y'all
gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. And guess what? Them days that y'all romanticizing, the day they had a lot of essay that went undetected. Parents was abusing kids and they're not getting reported. And all the kids from that generation that was beat on has a whole bunch of unresolved issues. They finding love on YouTube. They beating their kids as well. They bleeding all over the place.
Well, I mean, this little boy ain't the lady was minding her business driving the bus. If he would have kept his goddamn hands to himself, he wouldn't have had none of this stuff happening to him. Like, oh man, like, look, listen, man. Some kids need to get their ass kicked. That's just part of it. We can't act like kids don't need to get their ass kicked. You can't be doing this type of shit and then act like people just gonna have a normal reaction. And then his dumbass mama, man, all of this is wrong. Like, ain't none of this wrong. And most of this, 99% of this, is bad fucking parenting. That's all this is. This that single mama parenting, the ratchet shit. This is what this is right here. That's all this is. Because whatever she doing, it's all wrong. She's supposed to take her ass up to the schoolhouse. She's supposed to take her ass and get a lawyer. Any rational person would have did any of the above. Trying to run down there and fight somebody, all right, go ahead. Yeah, it's going to jail. After she probably got her ass kicked, they take her stupid ass to jail too. They can have matching cells. Well, no, they can't go to the same jail, but I guess you know what I mean. That both of them motherfuckers going to jail. Yeah, and her.
So Pittsburgh T, you think that the woman was irrational for somebody choking her son and her reacting the way she did? You don't think that was a normal response?
Why did she choke her son?
Does it, Pittsburgh T, if somebody choke your kid, you're not gonna say, what was my kid doing to get choked?
Yes.
First of all, yes. What the fuck
Y'all
happened?
done lost your damn mind.
If your
Yes,
child
you gotta
pulls
figure
a
out
knife
what
on
happened.
someone for no reason, and that person chokes your child, if you get mad at the person who choked your child with the knife, they pull the knife on some reason, then your child can think like, oh, it's okay, I can pull a knife again. My mother's gonna come, or my father's gonna come out.
Yes.
If somebody chokes your child, your first reaction is not gonna be, what did my child do to deserve this choking?
Nah, man,
That's not realistic.
That's not your first reaction. But if you find like what your child did, if I have a child, my child pulls a knife on someone for no reason, or they touches someone for no reason, and they get reprimanded for it in that way possible, then I can't go and go out here and be mad and be like, well, you shouldn't touch my child, because then my child's gonna think like, hey, now if my father's gonna bail me out here, then it's okay to do this. Then this behavior is acceptable.
Yeah, the slippery slope argument is not applied to this situation, and this is why. So if you got if your child got choked, APM, and you got word of it,
8 to 10. Yeah, but you know to talk to other kids to figure out what happened. And once you figure out what happened, you make the proper assessment.
So this what you telling me? That woman got word that probably by her son that he was choked by a teacher. He probably was crying and everything. She's gonna go up to the school and investigate by talking to other children.
No,
that don't even make any sense.
No. She should have went up to the schoolhouse and filed a complaint. She should have called the school board, got her a lawyer. That's the way you handle shit. You don't do this ratchet shit that she knows.
Who does that? So your kid,
who pay taxes.
Man, get out of
People
here.
who pay taxes
Your
that ain't
kid
trying to go
crying
to
to you
jail.
and say the teacher choked me. 100% of parents would have did the exact same thing.
Okay, so let's go with your scenario. So the lady bus driver chokes my kid. I'm a single father. I'm gonna go run up to the bus and confront the lady and put my hands on the lady. I'm going to fucking jail, bro. That's what's happening to me. And I'm probably not gonna see my kid as a kid no more. That's probably what's gonna happen to me. It don't matter all the other shit.
That woman ain't going away for no years just
You
for
can't
that.
do that.
Man, get out of here.
No,
That
you
woman
can't
is
do
not
that,
going
Scott.
away for a long time just for going up to the school to confront a bus driver for putting their hands on their kids. Matter of fact, the bus driver got fired. So evidently the school sided with the woman.
No, that's their policy. That ain't the same thing, Scarlett. Their policy of them, because a lot of jobs have zero workplace, zero violence. Like that ain't the same thing. That don't mean what you think it means. And that's for a liability for them for the lawsuit that's gonna come later.
You talk about you talk about the maturity of the mama. Why the bus driver didn't show maturity and restraint and not choke the kid?
Man, listen, Scarlett, badass kids, bro. First of all, I couldn't work in a schoolhouse at all. I just couldn't do it. Because not only the motherfucker put his hands on it, you think he put his hands on him and he ain't say nothing? So you just think he just walked by and he just put his hands on the lady, but just patted her and he said nothing.
That's what she didn't say. He grabbed my butt and said this. We only going with
Yeah.
what she said. We can't speculate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the little motherfucker was saying some shit, man. I mean, come
But
on,
that's speculation, though. We don't know.
man. Well, either way, kids putting their hands on you, saying shit. Man, listen, man. I don't know, man. And then I'm pretty sure that lady then had a lot of run-ins because he get on the same fucking bus every day, see the same school bus driver. They ain't say that was the first day of school. So I'm pretty sure he been doing his little stupid shit the whole time he been on there. No, man, hell no. I could never. They don't pay enough money for that type of shit. I end up in jail. I couldn't deal with little kids like that, man.
Listen, that lady was at her job. The burden of being professional was more so on her than it was on the mom, because I feel like the mom was reacting more rational in this situation than the teacher, because like she was supposed to show restraint. She was supposed to be professional and go talk to the principal and write him up and all that other
that's
stuff.
ratchet behavior, bro. So okay, so the mama that went up there to talk to the bus driver, what was the bus driver supposed to do? What was she gonna get out of that? What was the resolution behind her fighting?
The mama would have never been there if she followed protocol. The mom would have never been there.
Okay, so the mama up to the bus stop. She up to the bus stop with the bus driver, right? What's supposed to happen? What you think's supposed to happen?
I don't get what you're saying. They would have never been in the situation if the bus driver wouldn't have choked her son. If the bus driver went, if the bus driver does normal protocol,
the kid would have kept his hands to himself. The kid would have kept his goddamn hands to himself. They would be in the situation.
So what we can't do is put all the responsibility on the kid. Kids don't lead they don't lead our economy. They don't lead the world. They kids. Like when we look at kids as kids.
The lady got fired, bro.
No, the kid is in the kid's place. That's why they have children laws. That's what nobody looks at the kid and say you're supposed to be responsible for everything. With the adult and the kid's kid, right? So we're not gonna put it on the kid. But what we will say is in that environment, there was a professional there. The professional was the bus driver, right? And kid, like you said earlier, you don't want to work for kids because they do certain stuff. If kids do certain stuff and you know it, right? It's up to you to show restraints if they grab your butt. Like this is crazy to me that it was a kid that grabbed her butt and she choked her. Like that's insane to me. Like you looking at the mama, and I think the mama behaved rationally. If somebody touched my kid, I would, bro.
She got fired.
Let's go here. Let's go here.
Because of the fight. Did she get fired because of the fight?
Because she got fired.
She got fired for choking the kid. She was gonna get fired either way. So the mama had nothing to do with the lady getting fired, is what I'm telling you. So her going up to the bus stop was idiotic. It made no sense.
Her going up to the bus stop was to protect her kid, which is what a rational thing to do.
Protect her kid?
Yes, because her kid had been choked.
Bro. What's she protecting? Why did the lady choke the kid? What's she protecting the kid from?
Who is asking that? Pittsburgh T, if your kids come running through the door and say the man down the street choked me, you're not going to say, well, what did you do to the man for him to choke you? Like nobody is asking these questions.
No, I'm going to ask my kid what happened, bro. So only a crash out, just my kid says that, I'm just jumping up, running out the door, grabbing the gun.
Okay, and then they tell, even if you ask what happened, they're not going to tell you, I did this, I deserved it, I did this. They're going to tell you.
No, they're not going to tell me they deserve it. They're going to tell me what happened. I'm going to assess it.
Yeah, and they're going to tell you from their point of view, which is why they're coming to get you. They're not going to give you full context. So there's no scenario where you're going to get full context going into that situation. So bro, that lady was reacting normally. If APN, because you've been quiet over there, because I know you're full of it. On APN. APN, that little girl that's over there whooping your ass comes to you one day and says, the teacher choked me. You're going to lose your shit.
Well, you got to find out the reason behind it first.
But you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that.
Oh, yes, I'm very well calculated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, APN, what if she's... What if she lied to you?
If she just choked her for no reason, then I can go and knock the teacher's gums out. Also, but if she did something like she ran up on a teacher, like I see these videos of these kids, like this one thing with this guy, there's this old man in the classroom. He was a teacher or whatever, and this young boy kept getting in his face, and the young boy swung on him, and the old man just beat him down. Now, if that's your child, would you get mad at this old man for defending himself? You there?
No.
Go ahead. Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get mad at the old man. You know what I'm saying? He beat that kid down as a teenage boy. And I was like, he deserved it. He deserved it. Like, he swung on a teacher. And my child swings on a teacher and she get the beats on her, that's on her. You know what I'm saying? That's a reflection of me too. I'm like, yo, you embarrassing me out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, swinging on teachers. But yeah, man, you know.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, we're not gonna be impulsive just running down to the schoolhouse because the kids say boo. Like, you got to get information and figure out what the fuck happened. Like it's not like you dealing with JoJo down the street where you're not gonna see him again. If it's a bus driver, it's a teacher, they got to go back to work the following day.
Yeah.
Or the next day. So you got to get the information. It's not like they go in a place where you don't know where they at. So it's easy to ask the kid what happened. And if it don't make sense, we come back later and say, hey, tell me again what happened. And every time you notice the kids add a little bit more color, you talk to the friends, you figure out what's going on before you go down and look crazy as hell. Then you deal with it. That's how most people deal with it. Like, that's not that right there is spontaneous. Like, that's irrational. That's not logical. That's how people end up in jail and shit, doing shit like that. Because you impulsive and you don't have enough information. You don't know shit. You defending some shit and you don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, none of that. You got to find out what happened. It's not, okay, so what's the difference between you going to run up there today and running up there tomorrow? It's the same. He still got choked either way. Nothing changed. The lady still got to go back to the same fucking job. She can't leave the job. She obviously worked there. Like, nothing happens. Gathering information don't hurt nothing.
And I call cap. I call cap on both y'all sitting up here kumbaya about getting information. If somebody tells you, if one of your loved ones come to you and they've been choked, right? The first thing you're gonna do is wonder why the fuck an adult would put their hands on the kid. You're not gonna say, what did the kid do to deserve that? You're gonna be mad at that, just that dynamic and that imagery of an adult.
Well, yeah, that's your initial thing to be upset, but you really got to learn you got to find out the reasons behind. You got to learn all the details of what's going on. You can't crash out. You can't just crash out because someone told you some stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all tripping, man.
You can't.
I can't listen. I've been going to the schoolhouse with. Listen, that's the other dynamic. As a man, when you go to, like, I don't know about most schools, but I know what the schools at the time my kids went to school. When I went to them schools, it's women assistant principals, it's women teachers, it's primarily women in there. And if you above 6 feet tall and you got a little stature to yourself, you don't want to be the big black angry man down there yelling at these women. That's just not going to go well for you. So you got to be rational, you got to be calm, you got to get as much information as you can and deal with it the best way you can and figure out all the avenues to deal with it. You're not a woman down there arguing with women. You're a man, a bulky man down there arguing with women. So you don't have the luxury of doing that kind of silly shit. But they're going to immediately call the police. And when the schoolhouse call the police, 4 or 5 of them coming immediately if they don't have a school resource officer already right fucking there. So you can't really, like the youngins say, crash out like that. You ain't going to get that far with that. You're not going to be loud talking to no women. You're not going to be screaming at no women. Ain't no man doing that shit at no schoolhouse. Especially not no black man, especially not no man of any kind of stature. It's not happening. So you ain't even got the luxury of doing this crazy shit right here. It's just all bad behavior.
Like I said, man. What Flex said? Like I said before. Like I said before, man. Y'all not finna convince me that this woman is the bad person when I feel like what she doing is rational. She protecting her kid where she feels like it. Whether you think it's dumb or not, that's what she feels. And like, people react different. That's why they have laws like passion of the crime, because they understand when you're dealing in the realm of love, everything is fair, love, and war. You never heard that? Like, they know that people are going to be a little bit irrational or reactionary at times. So it's like she did what she was supposed to do as a human being. Somebody messing with her kid. The onus of the professionality and all the other stuff was on the bus driver. You're not supposed to choke a kid. Like, I couldn't even see a scenario where I would choke a kid. Like, if I worked in the school, I couldn't see a scenario. I would like.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Skylar, I ain't have to be honest, bro. Them
bro.
goddamn kids push your ass,
I'm
bro.
not
Stop it,
choking no
man.
kid, bro. I'm not choking no kid, bro. What, like,
That's why I
what?
couldn't work it. I couldn't work in it, bro. You like, listen, man. You dealing with human beings, and some of these kids don't have no filter, and depending on their age, it's a whole game to them to fuck with the teacher. And if you a substitute teacher, not a normal teacher, we know how this game go, bro. Like, stop it. Kids get ignorant as fuck, bro. Like, no, I would never do the shit because of that. Never. They don't have enough money for that type of shit. I'm not made for jail, and I know I end up with one of these little ignorant ass kids doing some shit. No thanks, man. The only
Yeah, I'm not choking no kid. I don't know. You're not gonna convince me of that, Pittsburgh T. There's no scenario where I can see. First off, Pittsburgh T. This is how I know I wouldn't choke no hood, no kid. First off, my hand's too big and strong. Like that would be crazy work right there. What's good, voice behind the truth? And then like you know how sometimes people shake your hand, they squeeze. A dude squeezed my hand before, and then the second time, like when we were leaving, he shook my hand. He didn't squeeze it at all because he was afraid that I would squeeze back, like my grip string. So he like my hand, I couldn't even get both hands around a kid. Niggas, the point that I'm making, and it was just that could get deadly. Is what I'm saying. So you know, if I hold back with a dude, an elderly dude who try to, you know, have a hand battle or hand war or whatever you want to call it, then I definitely will restrain and hold myself back with a kid. I just said, I can't see no scenario in which like kids constantly need correction because they're growing and evolving. I couldn't see a scenario where I would look at a kid and judge them like I would judge a grown adult. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're like, well, the kid need to do this and they need to learn because if you don't do this and do that, and I just told you how like black kids are not expected to be black kids. They get responsibility on them early. That's insane. Not only is it not fair, but it's insane. Like they're not even allowed to be kids. They never get the boys will be boys talk. It's always like, well, you know, do this to them, do that they'll learn.
yeah, but boy putting his hand on a bus driver, that's not no boys being boys. That's some ignorant shit. That little nigga, man, that ain't no regular
kids.
shit.
You first off, you got grown. You have grown men. You got grown men that grope women.
Like that, bro.
You got grown men that grope women, right? So why?
And what happens to them? And they go to jail. They get fucked up.
So, okay, exactly.
Right.
If grown men,
if you put your hands on somebody, you think you could. So a little boy think he can put his hands on somebody and nothing's supposed to happen to him. Like, no, man.
If grown men understand that there's laws against doing it and still go out and do it, then why are you putting these big expectations on a kid who's still learning themselves and learning what life? Like that don't even make any sense. Like that little boy.
Consequences. It's called consequences, bro. You can't be a little boy now when you're doing
shit
like that. It's called consequences.
Okay.
So what's the consequence of him doing that shit? It's a consequence behind that, scholar.
So what should they do to him? What ideally speaking, what's good, Candy? What should be done to this little boy, Pittsburgh T?
The bus driver should have been fired, but she did get fired. That had nothing to do with the mama going up there doing anything. And if they want to press assault charges or whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna do that no matter what. That's one. That's the proper way to handle that. Number two, as far as the little boy going, he ain't got no business doing none of that shit that he was supposed to be doing. His ass
what should be done
suspended.
to him?
He should be suspended from fucking school.
How long?
You don't get to do that type of shit.
How long you think?
I don't care. I mean, normal, a week or two. Like that's normal. Not an expulsion, a suspension. Normal shit. That's what usually happen to kids like that. Now, if he got a history,
why not
they
a
take
year?
all that shit. Because I don't know what his history is. They will have to take that into account. That's between the principal or whatever the hell he needs to do. But it has to be some kind of correction. You don't get to just do that and nothing happens to you. What we're trying to say is like you can't do that kind of shit in a normal society and nothing happened to you. The lady got fired. She might actually get some kind of charges behind the bus driver for choking a little boy out if she put her hands on him, because that's still a child. And that's all consequences.
That's the point I'm making.
The teacher, but the lady that's the mama didn't have anything to do with the consequences. The consequences that lady's gonna get, she's going to get. That child has got zero consequences. You got a mom up there fighting for him doing some bullshit. That's not consequential.
You don't know what they did to it. You don't know what they did to that little boy.
Come on, stop it, bro.
You don't know.
Come on, bro.
You guessing. You don't know.
Come on.
He could be suspended right now. What are they supposed to do? Go publicly announce it?
Oh, you talking about the school? You asked me what the school should do. The school should suspend his stupid ass.
How do you know that they didn't?
I don't know that they did.
But you acted like he didn't get nothing done to him. Like, no, that's not true. You don't know that.
No. I'm saying that to act like this mama, because whatever happened, like the little boy, he's just some innocent victim. No, that little motherfucker participated in that shit. He created the situation. Created that whole fucking situation. And that ain't got to do with no boys being boys. Boys don't do that.
The bus driver created.
She stuck her ass out. He just happened to walk by and grab it.
She choked him. She choked him. She choked him. As an adult, you have a responsibility. That's why we have laws. That's why we got age laws. That's why we have laws of consent.
Why she choked him?
The reason we have laws of consent is because we take into account that an adolescent brain is not going to behave like an adult brain, and we do that, like we consider that because we understand that. We have a grasp of understanding that, right? So in this case, there's an adult and there's a kid, right? And the kid did something that you feel like he should be punished for. I don't think anybody thinks that nothing should happen to him, right? But he definitely shouldn't have been choked, right? And that's why she's in trouble, because you can't go around choking kids no matter what they do. You know what I mean? If he had a knife in his hand, a weapon, and you choked him, okay, well then it's understandable. But the fact that all he did was grab her butt, that's insane. She escalated that. That parent that was responding would have never even been there. If she would have even if she would have just cursed him out and talk stuff to him. Oh, you little MF, or why you do this, blah, 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 blah. It still wouldn't have escalated into that. It would have been her cussing him out, and then the mom would have never went up there because nobody physically put her hands on her. The school would have dealt with her differently. She caused all that. The adult in the situation, because there was a kid and there was an adult. The adult in the situation didn't behave like an adult, which is why that spiraled out of control and rippled the way it did.
No, it didn't. Listen, the lady got consequences. The lady is fired. And you said that they didn't fire her for the fight. They fired her for choking a little boy. So she got immediate consequences behind that. Now, if the district attorney, whoever,
not immediately,
she got fired. That ain't immediate. She got fired, bro. She not there no more.
Immediate is what it happened. That lady went to go check her immediately before the school said anything.
Bro, so hold up. So you want to? Okay, she got fired, bro. The lady got fired. She didn't stay working there. She ain't drawing no another check. She the fuck was out of there. She was gone. The little boy did what he did. He had no business doing that shit. That's just the bulk of this shit. The problem is that these little motherfuckers be doing shit and people be trying to find loopholes protecting because they kids. Some kids is fucked up and they fucking evil. That's just what it is. Like, we gotta play this game because
so
they
you
little.
think this little kid is evil because he grabbed this woman's butt?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna justify no bullshit. Like, he's doing bullshit. That's how it starts. That's how little evil motherfuckers start. They start doing bullshit, and people be feeling bad for them because they little and they cute, and the motherfuckers over there when you can't.
It's not that they feel bad for them because they little and they cute. It's the fact that they're developing still, and people are not going to judge them for the rest of their life because of something that they did when they was a little kid. That's how that works.
Depending on what you did, scholar, that's bullshit. Depending on what you did.
See, and
all stuff that you do as a kid ain't the same, bro. All stuff you do with a kid ain't the same. If you stab somebody as a kid, you can't stab nobody as a kid and tell me you're a kid.
We live in a country. We live in a country where a man sexually assaulted a woman behind the trash can at a school. He was an adult. That's the worst thing about it. He was an adult, and the judge. Why you not listening? You scared I'm gonna make a good point? The judge sat up there and said, "Boys will be boys, and we cannot mess up this boy's future because he got a bright future ahead of him." And the judge was white, and the person that did it was white. The point that I'm making to you is this: if they look at somebody who's already an adult, who's already expected to make the right choices, you know what I mean, and be mature in situations and not sexually assault people, because he didn't sexually assault that woman, he just grabbed her butt. You know what I mean? Then why are you looking at this little kid and ready to throw the book at him? I don't know how you don't look at that and see like, damn,
That's sexual assault. That's sexual assault, Scholar. That's what that is.
No, I don't agree with that judge either. Well, what the judge did, because there's one child that little boy would have been hurt. He would have had to try.
Y'all missing the forest for the
that's
tree.
A black child. So
y'all missing,
bro, that's a
you
black.
missing the forest for the tree.
Listen, that's a black child. He'll never have the opportunity of that white boy. So like that, you can't make that kind of comparison.
That's the point I'm making. So okay,
so why would you
so
think if you know it's not the same thing? Why we gotta live in this delusion? Why it's equal? It's not fucking equal. You can't
why do you perpetuate? Why do you perpetuate white? Yes, you are. You are. You're saying you said that little MFer is evil. You said
I said he could be. I said no. This is a pattern. Said it could be. This is how it started. He do shit like this. Little evil motherfuckers start off like this, and nobody corrects them. And black kids cannot do the same shit as white kids, so they should not be looking for the same kind of leniency. That don't fucking exist. There's no equality in this shit. So if that little boy don't realize real quick, you can't do like the motherfucking kids. You ain't gonna be able to create the same kind of the same type of infractions and get the same type of justice. It's never gonna happen for you. So if he trying to do that type of shit, he gonna be in the world of hate of himself and the system itself that he gonna hate, that he can't do anything with it. It's just not real. He gotta be corrected. So that shit ain't got nothing to do with this little boy. He is black. And he did this against another black woman, and that's sexual assault. Sexual assault is unwanted touching. That's what the fuck that is. It ain't no more, no less.
You know what I think is, I think it's funny because we showed that the dude at the gym getting next to the woman, and you was like, basically the woman is tripping, you know what I mean? Like maybe he like the TV was by him and you can't stand women that do this. Now that dude, there's more proof that dude was a creep than this little boy, because little boys just do stuff. You never been a little boy and just did something and it didn't make no sense whatsoever.
I ain't never put my hands.
We're not talking about that situation. We talking about stupid stuff.
I don't know nobody that did no shit like that. And that man at that gym, he ain't touched that woman. She never even said he said nothing to her. She was doing all commentary. That man was minding his motherfucking business. So nah, bro, that ain't the same. So if that lady who was talking all that shit, if that man would have put his hands on her, you think she wouldn't have called the police and that would have been sexual assault and he would have took his ass to jail? Can't do shit like that, bro.
Yeah, so I think y'all are So they would never try. Would they try that little kid with sexual assault? Do you think?
No, but the act is he's too little for sexual assault.
Okay, so why we call him sexual assault?
He go to because they would try him as a juvenile, whatever the charges would be. Usually, I don't know what the fuck the charges is because he's so little, nobody would even know what the fuck the charges stupid ass with. It's still the act is still considered sexual assault. That's what it's considered.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the little boy is too. So those laws were put into place to protect women from getting groped by men who actually possess the physical ability to take advantage of them. So that's why they have those laws in there. Like if you look at them, they're really specific about genitalia and stuff like that. So no, Candy, the kids can't. They can't. No, not no grown woman. A grown woman. If a grown woman is getting essayed by a kid, she wanted that. That's crazy. Like no, we couldn't even gauge the age of that dude based on that video. We were saying, some was saying 10. Like that woman, that big woman, she's still stronger than that kid. There's no way. No, we talking about this specific what they always say, isolated situation. No, that woman definitely couldn't get sexually assaulted by that. It just is what it is.
That's still sexual assault, bro. That's still sexual assault.
I think y'all doing it, but y'all don't know that y'all doing it. The fact that we sitting up here debating the little boy, right? And I brought up the judge situation and how the judge seen himself in the white kid. He's seen it as boys will be boys. People make mistakes, and we can't mess up his future. But when it come to you looking at the little black boy, he a menace, he evil, he all these bad things. Like why you don't look with that same grace and be like, well, yeah, I don't agree with it. It is what it is. Like that don't make any sense. Like he definitely was punished. There's no way the school didn't do anything with that kid that did
How we
that.
know that? How do we know that?
Pittsburgh T. So
And
you
just
think
because
that they didn't do anything because schools
I don't
punish
know.
for stuff like that?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what they did. I know what they should have did. And just because that judge was a piece of shit and trying to bend over backwards for that little bastard ass kid, I don't have to do that for this kid. Wrong is right and right. And we know that black kids don't get leniency. So we can't play this game like these kids is going to be out here in the world and get all these second and third and fourth chances. You're not going to get a bunch of chances out here. And as he gets older, the amount of shit that he can do as when he becomes from a child to a teen to adult, it's gonna get smaller and smaller the things that he can do wrong. So why even put that in their head that you just go out here and do shit and it's not gonna be consequences? No, you can't. You cannot do that. That's not how any of this stuff works.
You also brought up earlier that, white people, we not white people, so we can't live like white people. And like I said, that's perpetuating their mindset. Like the fact that they could look and see themselves in somebody and be like, well, I really could go hard on this situation. I really could pressure him, say he's a menace to society, but I don't want to mess up his future because I was a kid that make mistakes. And then you look at this kid, oh no, it's sexual assault. Oh no, it's this. Like, I don't know how y'all don't see it as a form of like, y'all been brainwashed for white supremacy to a certain degree.
Well, the stats and the rest show that how they don't punish us the same, bro. So we can't play this equality game. We don't have equality in any form in the justice system, in the juvenile justice system, the adult justice system, and the woman like whatever way you want to go with this when it comes to black folks, we do not get the same treatment. So we ain't gonna I just don't do this thing where it's equal. It's not equal. It ain't gonna never be equal. So we can't do that. For him to put it, so he shouldn't be putting himself in this situation. Everybody on that bus figured out how to sit their ass on that bus and take their ass home or to school or wherever they going. He decided to put his hands on that lady. Should have never did that. That's just the end of it. She got fired and probably gonna get charges to it. He needs to be punished too.
That's the point I'm making. I remember when Emmett Till whistled at the white woman. You had some people saying that he did. You had some people saying that he didn't. And it's like, Emmett Till did what, even if he whistled at a white woman, did what they did to him fit the crime? No, because they dehumanize black people, black boys, and I'm saying, like, why are black people perpetuating? Why are they into it? The school punished them. The school punished. Like that's crazy to think that they didn't. What school have you ever went to that they didn't have laws? Every school got an ISS. Like, what school have you went to where they just let you do whatever you want to do on some Willy Wonka type stuff?
There's some kids that walk around in schools doing all kind of shit. They get away with all kind of crazy shit, and we know this for a fact. That ain't no hearsay. We know that. Does that mean that this kid I don't know what happened to this kid. I have no fucking idea what happened to this kid. And if we saying that he's a black kid, he did this to a black woman, and the black woman choked the shit out of his ass and let him go. That corrected his ass immediately. Now, listen, man, we can't be part of the community and then get mad at black people when they want to correct our kids in a way that they fucking wrong. Dead ass wrong. And the lady lost her fucking job behind that. She gone. She never gonna get a job doing that type of shit again.
Because she was the wrong. It wasn't the boy. The thing about having being around children is they're going to do stuff that you disagree with, and you're supposed to have restraints. You don't get to do whatever you want to do. That's not how that works. We're not living in Gotham City where you could be a vigilante and do whatever you want to do, and it looks real cool and do this and do that. That's not the way the world works. So that woman was fired and lost her job because she violated policy. On top of violating policy, a woman should not be choking on a kid. It is what it is. Like I'm never gonna be convinced of anything different. That's if I was a kid and did that to a black woman or anybody, they would have corrected me. They probably would have called my mom. Call your mom. If that didn't happen at a school event, the black woman would have snatched that kid up, took him to his mama, and tell him what the little boy had done. So, but that happened on school ground. Snatching you up is hold on. Bro. Let me Pittsburgh T. This is the craziness. This is the craziness about it. When me and you had a conversation about the kid that had stabbed that white boy at school, you kept bringing up school grounds and appropriateness. Now all of a sudden, you like, well, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? The woman did it appropriately. She should have choked him. She should have choked him.
No, I
Like,
said
come on, man.
No, I'm telling you, the lady got fired. That's what should have happened. She got fired, and if they charge a lady, well, what I'm telling you is if any human being touches another human being, you can't regulate somebody's fucking reaction to it. That's human reaction. She facing the consequences of what happened to her. This little boy, we trying to act like he's some kind of goddamn victim when he should have just sat his little stupid ass on the bus and rolled wherever the fuck he was going. None of this shit was like human beings be human beings, bro. We can't regulate people being touched, women being touched, and say like, oh, I don't know why she reacted like that. You don't get to do that type of shit, and you don't know what happened with this lady or what's going on with her. You don't get to tell people how to react from your bullshit when you put your hands on them. If somebody walk up to you and just push you, they don't get to say, hey, you can only push me back. You can't punch me in my nose 20 times. You can't do that.
It's funny that you said that. Because I brought that argument up for the mama and you said she was completely wrong. You can't tell people how to react once you put your hands on their kids. So it worked both ways.
Man, she wasn't there for that, bro. That happened days later. That wasn't even the same day.
How you know that?
Like, no.
How you know
she was
that?
at the bus stop?
Immediately,
stop,
yes.
She was not at that bus stop, bro. She wasn't. That was the following day or the day after, some shit like that.
Hold on, what's good? No, that was the exact same day that the kid got choked. Why you think they was by a bus?
Stop. Because she a bus driver. She driving the bus the next day.
Yo, Candy, I sent it to your Instagram. You ain't got to be quick. You can cook on it as long as you want. But nah, man, tripping, man.
Stop it, man.
Yeah, it was good.
I know one thing. That lady better figure out how to fight if she gonna be running up on somebody talking crazy.
They got her in the house shoes, brother. It was the house. It was the slippers. It was the Crocs, brother. It was the Crocs.
Hey, Scholar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's good, Candy? What you? First off, sister. Don't come up here punching on me.
Listen, I didn't come to fight. I came in peace. I just came to get my 2 cents off, hopefully uninterrupted, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all have at it.
Sister, you can stay. You know you always welcome here.
I actually got work in a couple hours. I should be asleep right now.
Yeah, I get it. The nocturnal stuff. I can't sleep sometimes too.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When I say that boy did commit SA, I hear what you're saying. You're saying against a grown woman, he can't do that. But I think it's dangerous messaging when we start teaching boys they can get away with touching inappropriately because of an age of a person. Oh, he just did something dumb. It's not that big a deal. He still grabbed that lady's behind. And I'm not saying she was right for choking him. She was not. But I'm saying we have known of cases, even on here, where people have come and talked about the fact that they were young and doing the playhouse thing and got charged with like SA and faced the judicial system as children. And it was a child against child sort of situation. So I feel like I hear what you're saying. Like, I don't like the boys will be boys messaging because y'all are forgetting. Well, not y'all. You're saying kids just do stupid things. Yeah, if he had just like thumped her, you know how kids will like smack your ponytail or something like that. That's the boys being boys kind of thing. When you get into the realm of touching her private area, I think you're minimalizing that way too much. I'm not saying lock the boy up until he's 18 and in juvie or whatever, but I am saying that in a lot of cases, these schools go very light on things like that. And you're like, well, no, they're going to give him consequences. Have you never been in school and seen a kid getting bullied and the teacher overlooked it and the school overlooked it up until that kid who was getting bullied turned around and fought the bully? Now they're getting suspended?
Not black kids.
Absolutely. It happened to me. What are you talking about?
I've never seen it with black kids.
I'm telling you from experience in the schools that in Chicago, they're going to let your behind get bullied and just act like nothing is happening or whatever until you turn around and respond. And now you're the one getting suspended. You're the one getting punished. It's even happening in the suburbs. I have a friend who's white. a friend who's white, whose daughter was getting on the bus, like would be on the bus, and the kids are bullying her because she's like a little goth kid. So they're pouring water over her head and whatnot. And then the mom goes to the principal and like complains, and well, we didn't see it. We can't really do anything about it. They let that stuff slide. Now the mom, it's happened now twice or 3 times. She told them, and she told her daughter, I gave her permission to whoop their ass. Like it gets to the point where you have to respond because the schools want to be hands off. As long as you're going to take it, they're going to let you take it. Like it's a really, I'm just going to be honest with you. In most of the cases of the children that I have been around and known, and myself included, when I was a child, like the schools will let stuff happen until y'all get violent. That's when they want to step in and like act like, oh, we care so much. As long as no blood is shed and no eyes are black, they're going to let shit rock. So I'm just saying, for this little boy, should she have put her hands on him? No. But should he have faced some consequences? Yes. And a little simple slap on the wrist is not enough. Because think about it. When people, especially if he's not the type of child to correct his behavior, right? Like the type of people who get away with a lesser punishment than what they should have end up repeating that thing sometimes. He might do worse later. He might continue to do it. We don't know. And I'm not trying to demonize the boy. If he was white, I say the same thing. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, this is white supremacy. I'm speaking from a woman's lens.
That's what I'm starting to get. I'm starting to get that white supremacy vibe.
It's not about white supremacy. This is about prey, predator. And even though this boy is a boy and she is a woman, I'm thinking not just about this incident. I'm thinking about his future. And when you don't teach him bad touch.
Can I give you a different perspective?
Sure.
So, like I was saying earlier, I highly doubt, especially because this got kind of like not publicized, like where it made the news, but it's online that nothing happened to that little boy. They definitely punished him. You know what I mean? And she was punished too as well because she shouldn't have put her hands on him. But what if this was the scenario? So I'm gonna show you a video. Watch
Okay.
this.
Before
My bad.
you show the video, I have a question. Could it be that it only got publicized because she put her hands on him, because the mama came to fight? Had these adults not have acted the way that they acted, would it have even gotten the national attention to the point where you would say he absolutely was punished?
No, I think they would have punished him anyway. I think what you said earlier about Chicago schools, Chicago is a different
don't do
it's a
us.
different animal. No, it's definitely a different animal. No, it definitely is. Candy, you come on now. You know, it's definitely a different animal. I mean, King Von. That's all I gotta say. King Von. You know,
it's the same in Miami too. Because I had daughters grow up down here, and it's the same thing. You can go to the school and tell them, "Hey, they bullying my daughter, this and that," and then next thing, like she's saying, they just got to fight. Like until some violence happens, nobody's getting involved. That's just
okay.
what
Well, let's do
school
this.
is.
Let's do it this way. Have you ever been to ISS?
ISS, what's that?
In school suspension.
We didn't really have that growing up like that. No, you was out.
That's why y'all can't see the world. That's why y'all can't see the world the way it is.
Yeah, we had in and out of school suspension. Yeah, we had both.
So, in school suspension is basically like it's jail. That's basically what it is.
Like detention,
It's jail. It's jail. You can't talk to nobody. You go get your food. You're on the chain gang. Like a lot of people was bringing it up in the prisoner pipeline type stuff. So it's like, and even have a theory of prisoner pipeline, you have to know that Black kids are not getting treated fair. They're overdiagnosed with ADHD and given medication and Ritalin and all this stuff. These are things that we know and we're aware of, right? So with that being said, do I think that if this was not publicized, that he would have been punished? Absolutely. It happens too much. In school suspension, all that other stuff. Like, yeah, they overdo it on little Black kids. Matter of fact, I remember this, Candy. I remember one time we were like, I'm maybe like third grade, second grade, something like that. I was young, right? And I remember I was in class with a Mexican kid, and he was talking about one of the girls there, and he was like, man, when she get older, she probably gonna have like big breasts, like real big. And I got up and I put like my hands out, I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I did something like that, right? Like, and I act like I was just knocking stuff out the table, right? And everybody was laughing or whatever. Teacher comes in, sees me doing that, asks what happened. She sends me outside the one that didn't even come up with the joke, not the originator, the one that, you know, the troller at the end, and lets him stay in class the entire time. This is real life. This is how they punish black kids. Like, come on, man. We know this. I'm not saying that nothing should happen to him. Like, I made that very clear. Something should definitely happen to him. But I'm not finna sit up here and act like that, you know, black kids don't get punished any goddamn way for way less stuff than that. So, nah, man. Like, yeah, if it was not publicized, he would have got punished.
You're dealing with black versus other kids. I'm talking about black versus black kids. The punishment is either always there or not there. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying on the racial tone of it, but when you have a school that's full of black kids, they all getting treated the same. There's no racial favoritism there.
That's why I said Chicago a different case. Not too many black schools like that where nobody give a damn all the way from top to bottom. That's why I said it. I mean,
it's like that in Miami too.
You look at Miami. Everybody going there to get a BBL, but now just like,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, if you do black on black, it's gonna be the same thing. If you do black and Hispanic, it's different. You do black and white, it's different. But black and black is not. They don't treat them kids the same. Then
I'll tell you this.
It's
He
not
grabbed
the same.
her butt. He grabbed that lady butt, and she's a staff member. There's no way the principal's not gonna do something about it.
We don't
There's
know,
no way.
Scott. We don't know what you did.
No. That's not a bullying. That's not a black on black. There's no way he does nothing about that.
I bet you he does a lot more than because of the attention to what she was saying. I bet you he does a lot more than
But that's neither here nor there. She asked me, "Was something happened?" Yes. If a staff came to anybody and said that this little kid grabbed my butt, he's gonna do something about it. Simple as that. So whether it was publicized or not, something would have been done about it. My opinion.
I don't know, Scott. I don't know, and I don't think this little boy here is a great example of any of this stuff. Because I just don't think he's a good example of anything, because he did this to another black woman. So I don't think he's a great example of any of this stuff. And the lady got fired. They didn't let the lady keep a job. So she faced the consequences.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with her getting fired is you're not supposed to put your hands on those kids no matter what. Like, they're going to fire you for that regardless. I've even seen, like, I have friends who work in the school system, and they like with the BD kids, the behavior kids, or like the learning disability kids, they're hands off. Those kids throw temper tantrums, and like some of these kids are huge. Like, they're very solid children. So even though you think, oh, these kids are small, some of them kids be like 6 feet tall, and they're big. They can't touch them. So if the kid starts trying to hit you, the best thing you can do is like try and block. I think they used to have takedown methods that they would have them do, but at some point they even took that out of the standard operating procedures. So you can't touch those kids. That's why we're losing so many teachers. That's why so many people are leaving the practice, because the kids are getting more and more unruly, and you can't put hands on them. When I was growing up, I remember they used to be able to pull out a paddle, and I never got hit, but they pulled out a paddle and would like swat them kids. You used to be able to get a whooping in school. Try that today and see what happens.
We can't romanticize the old school days. You know why? Because them people grew up to be future sexual assaults of America. They grew up.
I'm not glorifying. I'm just saying, like, the difference in just a few decades.
That generation, Ken, that you talk about is the same generation that say free R. Kelly.
Skylar, y'all, listen, we ain't gonna act like these kids now that's growing up. We don't have these blue check kids that their parents is putting them on SSI, get this extra money to play this game with these kids, and they fucking these kids up, that they got mental issues because they permanently on these pills from when they like 4 and 5. And they don't have these kids in special classes. They got these kids mixed in with regular kids, regular students, and you don't know these things. So this whole generation,
they're not getting SSI. Pittsburgh T, that's
a lot of kids getting that. What you mean?
They not giving them Ritalin so they can collect SSI, bro. That's not happening.
No, once they put them on that, then that's part of the regimen. That's part of it. The parents ain't putting them on that. Once they claim that, like you can't claim crazy without being on crazy pills. That's not how that goes. You don't get to say you crazy without getting a regimen
But that's
from the
not what
doctor of
happened.
being crazy
That's not
pills. All right,
that's not
cool.
what happened. They
That's what they
overdiagnosing
doing.
him. That's why Umar got famous, because he pointed that out. They
They
overdiagnosing
still
him and misdiagnosing him.
but the result is the parent gets a check and the kid gets the pills. If
You
they
can
is
get a check without
overdiagnosed
the pills, is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't
no,
have to
you
have.
can't.
Yes, you could.
Scholar, you can't.
You
It's
could.
not what they're doing. All right, cool. That's what you
I'm
believe.
I don't mean to interrupt y'all. I'm gonna drop back to the chat and listen while I fall asleep. But you said you were gonna show video, so I want to stay long enough to watch that.
Okay, let me show this video real quick, because this is the theory I wanted to provide for you, Candy. So, what if this happens? So, let me see if Candy in a troll gonna be woken up by this video. Hold on.
Told me to ask you this, but it's Adele. You don't got an answer to it.
Hold on, Auntie. What's up, baby?
They told me to ask you, can I fuck you?
Can you what?
Fuck you.
Boy, get your little ass out of here.
All right, bye.
So that little boy was dared by his friends to ask that teacher, could he F her? What if it was just a dare? What if it wasn't sexual at all? And I mean, that happens. That happens where kids will double dog dare somebody to do something, they end up doing it. What if that was the scenario?
I mean, this was kind of funny because it was him saying this is just a dare, but he didn't touch that lady. My issue comes into the touch. I hear you. It seems like, oh, it's just innocent. You don't know if that lady was ever SA before in her past and got trauma from that.
Candy. So what you telling me is a 10-year-old awoken some deep-rooted trauma, and she shouldn't be working around kids where that can happen. Then, like you said, with procedures, and you know that's a possibility. Candy, let's keep it real. Candy, this is a
That can
possibility
happen anywhere. She could walk down the street and
that's
some
the
random
point I'm
dude reach
making.
out.
Yes, I agree. Yes, so if it can happen anywhere, then you can't be reacting with choking kids.
I'm
You
not
can't
saying
be having
I
PTSD.
have said several times, I don't agree with her choking him. But I also don't agree with us just giving him a little pat on the wrist. Boys will be boys. That's not equal either. Her response wasn't equal to what he did, and what you're proposing doesn't sound equal to me either.
What am I proposing?
You said that treat it as a boys will be boys situation and just let the school handle it. And I'm telling you, that school, if it wasn't for national attention, I think that school would have.
So what would you have? What do you want? You want him to get actual charges?
No, I don't want him to get charges. I think y'all should have maybe taken him to the jail and done a scared straight situation on him.
Why?
I don't know. I can't really give you an answer. Like, that's all I could come up with in this moment. No, I don't want that child to really be charged with an SA as a child, but I want him to know that it's severe what he's done. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like y'all, like, we give way too many passes for sexual aggression amongst boys. And then you be wondering why they turn into teenagers or grown men who think it's okay to just do what they want to. That's where my hang up in the conversation comes in.
I think your hang up, Candy, is not based in reality, in my opinion, because society promotes that, not that little boy. I think that little boy is a symptom. If not, it'd be just a dare, like I said. I think he's a symptom, and he can't be the blame for it. He can't be the I mean, it's like I said, it's culture, Candy.
So if he had done that to a little girl, would that have been the same thing? Because I'm trying to understand why. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. You say a grown woman can't be SA by a child, because no matter how you phrase that, if you just come across me and swipe my boob or my butt, that's an SA. So we're going apples to apples, adults to adults. So if he had done this to a child, we're going to treat it like no big deal too?
I think the school is going to handle it like they're going to treat it like yeah, they're going to treat it like it's like unwanted sexual contact, but they're not going to take him to jail or anything because he's a kid.
So,
like, that's what I'm saying. We have laws in the place for kids for that very reason.
So
And
if a little girl had punched that boy in the face for grabbing her butt, would she have been wrong?
Well, I mean, Kenny, the school would have handled it accordingly. Like I just said, the school should handle it. So the situation hasn't changed, no matter how many factors
So
you add
what
to this.
happens when it don't happen on school grounds then? What happens when it happens outside of the school? What happens if it happens on the way home from school? What happens if it's a different scenario where the school isn't going to be the one to hand out punishment?
Well,
It's my point.
Then that's when you call the cops and you get parents involved. The parents was involved anyway. They're going to be involved. Parents are going to look out for their kids. They're going to be involved regardless. So, I mean, when you switch the scenario, I mean, nothing's changed. It's going to get handled lawfully, systematically, on school grounds or outside of school grounds. But a little boy grabbing an adult's butt is just different to me. It doesn't like. You talk about him grabbing the little girl's butt, they're on par because he could actually essay her. He's not going to essay this woman. And that's why so the whole reason why they have those laws and unwanted contact is because if they didn't put that in there, males who are strong enough to essay someone would go and grope them, and it'd be like, well, I didn't essay you, I just groped you. So they had to put that in there. And like I said, when they're writing laws, they factor in age, consent, adolescent, and all this other stuff because they understand that an adolescent brain is not an adult brain. And even when I said, what would you have done to him? You want to go to jail? You even said no, because you understand that he's a kid and it's a mistake. Like, you correct kids and you hope the best for them. That don't mean that situation could scare him and him never do anything like that again. Or it could arouse him in a way that he grow up and just be a sexual deviant, like P. Diddy or Kelly. You just never know with these type of situations. But the punishment has to fit. It can't be excessive, in my opinion. Like, that's like seeing a fly, and instead of grabbing a fly swatter, you grab a gun.
See, but my problem is you keep relying on the school to issue the punishment. And what if the punishment is he has to, like, I don't even know what they give kids in punishment in schools anymore. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna concede the point and let it go because I'm tired and I need to get some sleep. But
you better run, sister. You better
I ain't
run.
running. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna
roast.
respectfully disagree with you on this.
Bow out is the word I was looking for, sister.
Appreciate it, sister. She didn't hear me earlier when I said, look, take his little ass to jail. Just go ahead and just bypass all that because he's gonna probably do some other shit. Because he got people making excuses for this stuff.
Hold on, let me say this real quick. Candy, appreciate you pulling up.
Appreciate you pulling up. We appreciate the perspective.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, I'll catch you on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But what was you saying, T?
No, they just take the little nigga to jail, dog. Save us tax dollars. He gonna end up there any fucking ways. But we got to go through all these changes, man. The little nigga go to jail anyway, bro. We know little badass kids like this, bro. You know little Jody is a fucking mess, bro. We got to play like, oh, he got some years. He could get. No, that little nigga ain't gonna get it together, bro. Stop it. You know how some of these kids is trouble kids. They always getting into some mess. You ain't surprised. Like, yeah, you got outliers. But them fucking kids that do shit like this, that usually ain't no outlier. That little motherfucker is hell, probably. His mama probably don't do shit to him.
Oh no, you ain't never got
take a wild guess.
I mean, we look at the sex crimes is not committed by black people at an alarming rate. You look at school unalivings, it's not black people. So that he gonna be a menace to society because of these actions is just nah.
Well, he did sexual. He did one right now. Well, I don't know what other ones did. I know what this one did. That ain't what he's supposed to be doing. So since he can't conduct himself in the regular way, we just take his ass and lock his stupid ass up.
Now, statistically speaking, Pittsburgh T, this ain't his crime. Like, we can't go ahead and put that jacket on him because
his hand sure did touch her buttocks. So that's all the way his crime. Unless
if it was a dare, though?
It can't be unless she took her booty and bounced it on his hand without him knowing it. That's all him. He did that.
What if that's what you did?
She just took his booty. Nah, because he wouldn't be complaining about it. He'd be standing there smiling. He would told his partners, "No, ain't no little boy doing that."
Ain't no little boy. I just showed you a video of a little boy doing that.
No, I'm saying if the lady took her butt, and rubbed on his hand, the little boy would have been smiling. He wouldn't have ran off crying and complaining about it. That ain't what happened.
That's that sexist stuff right there, Pittsburgh T. Not, you know.
No.
I bet you don't think a man could be SA, do you?
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, a dude can be. I mean, most dudes are gonna be happy. Even the young ones, they just gonna be
Nah, that's
confused.
not true. That's not true.
Yeah, we
Charlemagne
know
the
plenty of
God is.
people that.
Nah, Charlemagne the God is proof of that. Charlemagne the God said the woman, his mama friend did it. She had a Jerry curl, and she used to that's nasty, Pittsburgh. Grown women doing that to a kid is just as nasty as a man doing it to him. Like
Yeah, that's true, Scholar. That's true, but I don't believe that dude. I don't believe that dude. He's too phony, man. Everything about him is manufactured and fake. I believe it happens to kids. I just don't believe it happens to him. I think he's full of crap.
What? Why would he lie?
Yeah, why would he lie? He been lying about everything else. The Negro's
That's
a big
not
lie.
something to brag about. A woman with a Jerry curl.
Nah, that humanizes that line, Negro. You ain't hear that whole situation he had, or the lady something happened to her that was in the sexual assault realm, and he tried to get himself out of it, where he had charges and all that foolishness. Like that dude is, man, he's a liar, bro. Like, no, I don't believe him, bro. I don't. He done lied about too many things that just don't make no sense. So no, I don't believe him. I believe it happens to a lot of people, just not him.
I don't know, man. I think y'all tripping.
I mean, the dude name. I mean, the black man named himself Charlemagne. Out of all the names to name himself, he named himself Charlemagne. Like, if that ain't the most idiotic, ignorant stuff I ever seen in my life, that nigga don't know. He don't know up from down. He probably like it just don't make no sense for nobody to name himself Charlemagne, knowing what that character did and how many people he murdered through the years that he did what he did. The history of that name is insane.
Let me see. I got one more clip. I don't even know what this clip is. Let me play. I say that one. That was for the future. That was for the future. That was black marriage. Let me title that one. But yeah, man, I think y'all tripping, Pittsburgh T. Copy to brand. What does that do? Select.
I mean, maybe that mama need to go to find her local boxing gym, get her squabbles up, man. She got beat down like, man. She got beat like, what was that guy that just fought Wilder Chisora? She got beat down like that, man. She need to get. Well, she started talking crazy to somebody. She need to at least know how to throw a jab or something. Keep them off of her, man. You can't go down there confront people and trying to beat people up with your face. That ain't gonna work, man. That's not a good strategy.
It was the crux. Bonnet. He had a heavy bonnet. Maybe it was that grease that Tank was using. You remember that Tank got that grease in his eyes. He wouldn't have.
Yeah, I forgot about the grease. Grease undefeated, boy.
Yeah, that grease ain't no joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, watch out for that, man. That's grease serious. Hey, that fool got other. Remember how? And bring up Tank. You remember how them fools was acting like Jake Paul was scared of Tank, and that's why he pulled out the fight. And he's like, "Nah, I see video what he did," and they were like, "Nah, ain't no video. He's just scared." Now the video come out. You don't hear none of these people saying nothing about Tank and his foolishness that he got going on, man. And that sexual assault that he did, he grabbed a lady and pushed her down. Like, that dude's an idiot.
Yeah, I was gonna react to that, but I didn't even want no parts of that. I think Tank is an idiot. People who still support him, man, that love that's a little bit sick. I ain't gonna say it's a little bit. That's sick. Support Tank.
That's sick. That's
but yeah, T, I think I'm gonna go ahead and table it here, bro. I'm getting tired, and then I gotta come back and do another live. And I think when I wake up, I'm gonna work out. But tomorrow, later on today, we're doing Drewski. You pulling up?
I try to pull up. I don't know what time you do it. If I'm up, I'll try to do it.
You know I'm gonna do the late night, bro. I don't know no other way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pull up. Hey, y'all hit the hype button, man, and subscribe. And thank you for the sister coming on up here. We appreciate y'all. Everybody watching, man. Everybody have a wonderful morning.
All right, shout out to T, shout out to Candy, All Positive, Bronze, House of Queens, Polo. Who else put in here? Breezy, Shanta. I think that's everybody. KP. Yeah, I think that's everybody, man. If I miss you, man, it's because I'm tired. Not to dish you, not intentionally, just to dish you. Whatever Eminem said. But yeah, man, this was a pretty good. It was a good conversation, man. Good conversation. I should have started it earlier so we could have got really, really deep into it. But hey, you know what I mean? No diddy, no diddy. It is what it is, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. We'll be back. Make sure y'all hit the all notifications because after this, I'm probably go to sleep for an hour. I got to be up at 6 something. So I'm gonna get some rest, and then when I get up, drop my baby off at school, I'm gonna set up the next live, which is gonna be Drewski. I gotta talk about Drewski because everybody got their opinion about it. What you about to say? Everybody want to open their mouth with a motherfucker. Like everybody talking about that situation. So I'm gonna get my perspective on that. You know how we do a little jokes, little presentation, little entertainment. Drop the link. Everybody pull up. Everybody have a conversation, man. So y'all won't want to miss that one. That was gonna be a good one. But man, I'm gonna let Ray J serenade y'all souls, hearts, and mind to take y'all home. But anyway, man, it's the
Superstar, wish to have a fancy car, wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I don't be in love. So tell me, pretty baby, I make one wish and I wish it all on you. Oh, 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 oh.